everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. This is Infinite Talk with my co-host John Talks. Hi, John. Hi.
Hey, everybody. How's it going, Nina? How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Was that The Simpsons?
No, that's South Park. Isn't that like Mr. Hanky? He's like, hey, everybody.
Maybe
I'm
it is.
Mr. Hanky.
Maybe I picked it up. No, I'm thinking of that guy. Hey, everybody.
Oh.
Doctor, I think. Or
Dr. Nick.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. I did something around there. Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah, you needed more accent. It's that hi everybody. Like it's like that
kind
of like
everybody. Pretty
Yeah,
close. So that's not
there you
bad.
go. You're getting there. You're getting there. How are you doing, John? Are you ready? Are you all ready for Christmas?
Yeah. We're not doing too much because everybody's adults now and kind of nice not having to buy too many gifts. So
is that the rule? Like you have to be.
Well, we're buying. I mean, I guess I'm just buying for my immediate family, and that's about it. Nothing too.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I just do like the immediate people, anyways, as well. Dr. Dogs. I like that. That's funny. I was just like, I was actually going through my clips because you know how I love The Simpsons, and then I was like, wait, I have this clip on here, and it was like so funny. Hold on, where was it? I'm like, why do I have this clip? Where did it go? This one.
I don't agree with his Bart killing policy, but I do approve of his Selma killing policy.
Oh, so good. Those old Simpsons episodes about like elections, like really nailed it. Really.
How many Simpson predictions have came true? That's a lot out there.
A lot. There's been a lot. I think the most famous one is the Trump one, right? Like with them going like with the escalator.
That one was pretty big. Yeah.
That one was pretty big.
Yeah.
I can't really think of any other ones right now, but there's been more. There's been a lot. But yeah, it's been an interesting month, that's for sure. It's been a very weird month. By the way, I like your like green background. We're kind of matchy.
Yeah, well, I saw some of the green and I'm like, oh, I guess I could do red, red and green to make it more.
They'll be like so Christmassy then.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The simple things in life. Is it a little bit too? It's like a little too red.
I like the green better because it's more chill.
Yeah, it's a little more. Yeah.
But the red is definitely angry. So if you get angry, you should turn to red because then they'll be like, oh, I'm angry now. This is me, Red Hulk.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Exactly.
You ever see Network?
No.
Oh, that's where that's from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I have not seen that.
You should see it.
What is it?
Network. 1976, directed by, I believe, Sidney Lumet, and Robert Duvall's in it. Yeah, great film.
Pull it up. Network, the movie.
Faye Dunaway's in it as well.
Oh.
A couple other great actors. I'm sure some people in the chat know, but it's an older one, but it's really good. It's classic, absolute classic.
Look at this guy's face. He reminds me of you.
Well, that's where that's from.
That's what I figured because it looks like that's what you're talking about. Very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this.
What's up, Latino? Good to see you. Keely Chow, good to see you guys. Hail.
What's up, Latino Slant? How you doing, Paulie? Good to see you. Merry Christmas. What's up, Keely Chow? Everybody in the chat. How you guys doing? Darren's in the house. We got Ghost in here. Saw One's here. What's up, Saw? I don't know your name. B. Macklin. What's up, B. Macklin? Thank you for everyone for being here. Make sure you guys smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We do have to get into some kind of dark topics. I know it's the holiday season, but unfortunately, some bad things have happened that we should talk about. There's been a murder a murder most foul.
Wait a minute. I thought I was coming on here for good news. I thought this
No,
was
no.
no.
That's
Oh,
Friday.
okay.
That's
Oh, okay.
Friday. This is the
Oops.
Wednesday show.
Okay.
You're still good. We're
This is
still
bad.
good,
This
Tom.
is bad news Wednesday.
Yeah, this is the bad news show.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's some bad news.
That was fucking terrible news. Murder most foul indeed. I think you know what it is. It's like usually, like when I clicked on the thing when it popped up for me that Rob Reiner has died. You know, you hear an older dude has died, older actor or older director, whatever, somebody in the industry. You think to yourself, oh, you know, they probably died of old age. You know, you get sick or whatever, maybe hit by a car. Maybe
Feels like
some
it's
sort of-
every day on X. Every day on X, somebody's like, and of course somebody's going to be dying because, like, yeah, it's just going to happen. So you hear like every single day, some actor died.
Yeah.
But in this case, this was not just your ordinary death by any stretch. That's for sure.
It wasn't. And that's what it was like. Wait, what? And then like the details, like as the details come out, you're like, because at first it was like, okay, he's been murdered in his home with his wife.
Yeah.
Then first you think like, wait, did the wife like bust him, you know, banging like the maid or something like that, and then like crime of passion, like what happened, right? Then you hear the wife's also dead, so you're like, oh no, this is crazy. Clearly some type of home invasion or something like that. I mean, that's where my mind went to like immediately. I was like, oh, is this like a home invasion, like some type of like a bad person, maybe a migrant or something like that. Like
maybe a pro Trumper gone. They've gone schizo or something.
Yeah, or
I thought that was possible. I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, so many political stuff is happening nowadays that it would make sense. I mean, it's in the ballpark, right? I mean, because he did suffer from TDS, so maybe like somebody was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go crazy and do something. And then you hear it's his son that murdered both his wife and himself. And
it doesn't even feel real. Like I can't even. It's even difficult to talk about this because it's like, wait, this actually happened. Yeah.
It's so dark. It's like so. Like that's exactly right, John. Because you think to yourself, it's like, what kind of world are we living in? Like it's so crazy that this would happen in the holiday season right before Christmas, that somebody would go this crazy and murder their parents in cold blood. That's just it's next level. And then more details started coming out because you're like, well, what's the story, right? Like, why would somebody be driven to murder their parents? What is it called? Patricide? Is that what it's?
I think so. I think that's what it's called.
Why would someone want to commit patricide? And then details again started rolling out, like stuff like this inside Rob Reiner's fight at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party that left parents terrified before murder. So apparently the reason that they were very quickly able to basically narrow it down to who may have done the deed was because just the night before they were at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, and apparently they got into a very heated argument, which the details are not clear just yet, but they did get into a very heated argument allegedly. And then I heard this. So this is I think, is this George Bush's brother? I forget who this guy is. Billy Bush. It is his brother, right?
No,
Billy Bush is George Bush's. Is that his brother or is it his?
I think that's the Access
husband?
Hollywood guy. I don't think he's related to George Bush.
Really?
That was the guy that Trump said. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Trump said grab him by the you know what.
And, he's here it is.
That reporter.
No, Billy Bush is the nephew of the former president George W.H. Bush.
Oh, okay.
And the cousin.
Who am I thinking of?
He's the cousin of President George W. Bush. So he's his cousin, George W. Bush. This is Senior's nephew. And then W. Bush is his cousin. Jeb, that's right. I'm
Yeah,
thinking of
Jeb is
Jeb.
George's brother. Yeah.
Jeb is George's brother. That's right, Spike. What's up, Spike? Good to see you. Um, Ian So Forth is here. He says, I knew it. Conan O'Brien's fault. Lanky git. That is so mean.
So like Conan and just throw a
Can you
party and
imagine? Like, can you imagine being Conan O'Brien right now? Like, he's like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I can't, like, his face, like, he's probably like, no fucking way. Like, when he heard it, like, he'd be like, no fucking way. Like, that's fucking crazy. Probably feels really badly. Like, honestly, I actually think Conan's not a bad guy.
what I mean, who would have thought? Who would have known
It's
that, you
insane.
throw a Christmas party and yeah. I mean, it's not the Christmas party that was the inciting incident. Obviously, this guy was not in a good mental state.
Not at all. So this is actually what Billy Bush had to say about this party and why they arrested Nick so quickly.
Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle are dead. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Happened
that
in
is
Brentwood
Billy
in a
Bush.
really nice community here in Los Angeles. Saturday night, TMZ reported a loud argument between Rob and his troubled son, Nick, at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party. The LAFD were called to the home on Chadbourne Street at 3:30 on Sunday. They arrived to find 2 slain bodies. I got this from a friend who lives in the community. I heard that the son, Nick, went into his parents' house, stabbed both mom and dad, and that the daughter, I guess, lives on the property or at the house or in the back house, and that she found them, and that the mom was still alive. And apparently she called the ambulance and went in the ambulance with her mother.
Oh, Pete.
Michelle died in the ambulance, but had enough time to tell her daughter that it was Nick, their son, who stabbed them. And that's why they figured it out so quickly, and he's in custody.
Insane.
Terrible.
Insane. Can you even
Absolutely
imagine
terrible.
being that sister? Like,
No.
I don't know. I don't know how I would function after that. I like, wait, what the did our brother do?
You're
Like my brother? What?
Yeah, you're probably never ever gonna get back to a normal. You're probably
Yeah.
never ever, and it's probably gonna take you years to get back to a
Like
some sort of
becoming
a
a
semblance
person.
of a yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible, man. That's like those are the things that people. It's already bad enough, like a tragedy or something that happens, but it's more like it's the aftermath too, like what these kind of things do to people internally. It's like it kills, like, yeah, people were literally killed, which is,
So awful.
it's awful. But then there's the aftermath that people have to deal with too, and in a sense, they're somewhat killed by it, and as much
Yeah,
as
and that's such a good point because that's why I always say, like, I mean, like, I'm of the personal belief that, like, for example, like funerals and stuff like that is for the living, is not quite for the dead, because you kind of have to like have the dead is the dead are gone, right? Like you just have to have some type of closure and like some type of to be able to move on, to be able to carry on. That's why these type of things are so extremely traumatic that you're right. Like I don't think life will ever be the same for that woman again. And that's why I'm always very mindful of the things I say or don't say online when somebody's died, especially if I don't like the person. Like I try to like be mindful because I'm like, well, that person still had a family, and that person, like, they're innocent of whatever that person was guilty of, but they're still going to be going through it. They're going to be going through the motions. They've like already had a loss. And then what kind of thing are you adding to, like that in so like on social media? Because I think we can all just be like so disconnected in some ways. Like even though we're so connected online, we're also so disconnected, so that we can like, I don't know, we can like, people can be really cruel, I feel like, when things like that happen. Like I put myself in that position because like a few months ago, Dick Cheney died. Famously, obviously, he was very involved in the Iraq war. I was never a fan. Like I was never a fan.
Shocking.
Just,
yeah,
not the biggest fan of the guy. But I didn't go out there and like write some type of eulogy. I also didn't go out there and say, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it was just one of those things where I have nothing nice to say, so I'm just gonna not say anything at all. That's what I was taught when I was younger. Like, got nothing nice to say, you just don't say anything, right? So
Yeah.
I was just mindful about it, and I was like, he still has a family. Like, I don't want to shit on the guy. Whatever I may feel about it, it's not my place. So I just like I don't say anything. But then I feel like a lot of people are kind of in a different position and like a different boat than me in this day and age, because they're like, oh, my thoughts and feelings should be shared with everyone. And even if they're not nice, it should still be shared with everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's not getting us anywhere good.
I mean,
On that
it's
front.
kind of like, as much as I don't know, whoever, like, it's one thing if well, I won't even go into that. I mean, it's just that, if there was the guy, the person's dead. They're dead. So it's like, what? I don't know. Like, they're gone. So what advantage, or what do you, I don't, it's kind of unfair. If you are going to say anything, they can't necessarily say anything back.
Right.
There feels like there's like this unspoken rule about, kind of like speaking ill of the dead, or that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
That I also believe in that. Like I don't believe about speaking ill of the dead. I feel like that's icky. Like I know that sounds so like weird, but I'm superstitious, so I feel like it's an icky thing to do. I don't like it. I feel like you don't want to fuck with spirits, man. They might get pissed.
There's
Like,
that element too. I mean, yeah, if you certainly believe in that, there's that idea of, but yeah, I obviously this is all, I mean, we're kind of going to lead into what Trump said, because, we
well,
might
we'll have to, but I
Yeah.
think before we do that, we should hear from someone who was also like on the opposite team. Like he was this dude here, obviously big Republican, James Woods. He's been a Trump supporter for a long time. Has had the wrath of the left come at him.
Sure.
But, I've seen so many times. I think he even got banned off Twitter, and then Elon brought him back. Like, so I mean, he's been anti-vax. He's been all the Republican stuff that you want to talk about. He's pro what's it called, pro-life, and all this stuff, right?
It's very
So,
outspoken.
very outspoken, but he's also very good friends with Rob Reiner, even though they're very, very like opposite ends of the spectrum, like in terms of political beliefs. And I thought what he said was quite lovely. I mean, this is a 6-minute video, so we don't have to watch the whole thing, but we should watch at least some of it so we can hear. I thought it was a really nice eulogy. So this is what he had to say.
James, how did you know Rob Reiner?
I knew Rob Reiner because at a very, very down point in my career, Rob literally saved my career and really put me back on track in a way that was so important and rewarding in my life. And he really fought for me when the studio didn't want me in a movie. I was 32 years too young for the part, but he really believed that I was right and could do it. It was something that virtually nobody agreed with except one of his partners, Martin Schaefer, who was the head of Castle Rock and one of the greatest production companies ever. And we did Ghosts of Mississippi together, and I went from really being basically out of a job to getting an Academy Award nomination, and I give all the credit to Rob. And it's funny, people.
That's kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah.
like having no chance, and then just knocking it out of the park, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, here's a nomination for the Academy Award. I think he's talking about A Few Good Men. I'm pretty sure.
He said Ghosts of Mississippi.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
She would have seen, it's impossible to talk about him in the past tense, but I'd be at a party at my friend's house, and people who didn't know that Rob and I knew each other, they'd see us laughing and, kidding each other, and they'd go, "How is it that you and Rob Reiner are friends?" And I'd say, "Well, what do you mean? They said, well, you're so different in your politics and so on. I said, look, let me explain something about Rob Reiner so that you know. First of all, I judge people by how they treat me, and Rob Reiner was a godsend in my life. We got along great. We loved each other. We had more fun together doing a very serious subject. It was a way to kind of get through it. And he was always on my side. But when people would say to me, well, what do you think of his politics? I would say, I think Rob Reiner is a great patriot. Do I agree with some of or many of his ideas on how that patriotism should be enacted to celebrate the America that we both love? No, but he doesn't agree with me either, but he also respects my patriotism. We had a different path to the same destination, which was a country we both loved. And when people would say terrible things to me on social media about him, I said, you got it all wrong. And yes, I can see how you can disagree with him, but because you disagree with people doesn't mean that you have to hate people. And what Rob and I could do,
That's like, I think is such a lost thing now. It's like you have to hate people you disagree with. It's so childish. It's such a childish mentality to be like, oh, I hate you now. Like, it's like we weren't like this. Like the world wasn't like this. Even like when people like Trump are like, the woke thing sucks, blah blah blah, like all this kind of ish, right? Well, we weren't like this in the 90s and the 80s either. We weren't like hating people that we didn't disagree, like we didn't agree with. Like I think both sides of the aisle were kind of like that. Like there was nothing to hate about people that you disagreed with politically, especially. So this idea, I feel like, is just so kind of outdated now, which is bizarre to say. Like
The idea of you're saying like you don't have to hate people that you disagree with? Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like a conservative, like outdated thing. Like now it's like you have to hate people that you disagree with. It's
I
like
mean,
a
it seems like
hallmark.
on both sides. It seems like Democrats and or the left and the right. It seems like the extremes are used to be people are like a lot more moderate.
Yeah.
Now it does seem like people are a lot more polarized now.
Yeah.
Like people, yeah, they just seem to be, they're either further right than they used to be and further left than they used to be.
I agree. It's like that's a good word. Very polarized. And it's like even when you're friends, like in this case of James Woods, right? Like clearly this dude helped him out, gave him a job when nobody else would. Was a good friend, was someone he knew on a personal level. So it's like maybe like, and it's easier for him to be able to separate identity politics, like his political identity from his real identity of who Rob was as an individual, a man who decided to help him when he was at his lowest, right? Like a man that was, a good man to him, maybe, and what he said about how Rob had the idea of like he was a patriot, but having the idea, like a different idea of how to get there. And I think that that's something that a lot of people, like especially the younger generation, just don't understand that you guys are still on the same team. Like Americans are supposed to be on the same team. You're supposed to be Team America. But
Yeah.
now it's like you get there, you get to the same place, just different paths, different ways.
I mean, yeah, I think it's a little bit more. I get what James Woods is saying, and I agree. I get the sentiment. I think it's a little bit more complex. That I think he put it in a very simple way. I think the logistics of everything is a lot more complex than what he's talking about, though. But obviously, that's not the point of what he's saying here. His main point here is just to say that Rob wanted a good America. He wanted, he believed in the principles of free speech, these sort of things. And yeah, he was going about it his different, in his way. But, yeah, I think the other thing is, though, it's just like we're also divided in terms of like the things that people champion and want.
Mm.
And in some ways, it's like when it comes to the radical left, it's like, well, yeah, no, as far as like this the positions that they're taking and the whole idea of thinking it's okay to make kids trans at a young
Mm.
age and all these extreme positions, it's like
Mhm.
whoa, I mean, we could agree on basic fundamental foundational principles of this country. We
That's
could
a good
agree
point.
on those things, but when you
Mhm.
start going this whole idea of like, yeah, men should be allowed in women's bathrooms and all this stuff that is just like
Hard
no,
left.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, we
I mean,
can't.
but you could say that at the same thing about like right wingers, right? Like, I mean, like there's far right and then there's far left. So, I mean, obviously the far right people are also not representative of like the majority of right wing, right? Like,
Sure. No, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that the far left are just louder. I don't believe that the far left are a majority of even leftists. Like, I think it's been grossly mischaracterized in terms of I just like the conversation, right? Like I think we just tend to want to make things more extreme than they really are. Like, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the left is a lot more extreme than
Well,
the right. Like, I don't know.
when laws start getting passed, at some point or another, it's like, well, um, and people agree with. I mean, maybe you're right. I don't. I mean, there's a lot going on there, but
I just feel like
going back,
in your daily life, John. I mean, like you're in America and you live there. It's like you in your daily life. Do you feel like that things are as bleak as they are online? Like when you're having that discourse, like when you're talking to someone, like in the grocery store or whatever. Like, do they come across as like far left? Like, oh, I can't. Like, I can't look at you. Like, do you run into that kind of thing, like, very often where you're like, "Ooh,
I'm
I
kind of
don't
an
look at these lefties people."
isolationist. Like I'm an isolationist.
You're like, "I don't even leave my house."
For the most part, yeah. Like like I get my groceries delivered. Um, but those are for different reasons. I mean, part of it is like, yeah, I don't feel like, especially during the winter, going outside and um,
That's fine.
dealing with people in general. So
You're like,
I
"I
can't
don't
really tell you exactly. No, but I'll say when I do go out, I don't know. People are people. It's not really.
I made a very bad case right now because 'cause you're like, "I don't even deal with people right or left. They're just
I deal
terrible."
with people online, and that's enough for me. That's like I'm like, I've had enough of people and I don't even see it. Like whatever the circus is online, like, okay, that's enough for me. Like, I'm good.
That's enough.
That's too much. Like
I just feel like I actually feel like online is worse is what I'm trying to say. I feel
it
like
is. Well, that's
I
just
think
why I don't have any tolerance for anybody after that.
I just don't feel like it's a reflection of what reality
No,
is
it's
like.
not. No, people don't want to talk about, they don't even want to get into it. Most of the time,
No,
people don't
most
want
of
to
the
get
time
into
they
any sort
don't.
of confrontation or conflict, which is fine by me. I don't either. I'm not looking for it. Like I've got better things to do with my time than to argue with somebody about politics out there when I know more than likely I'm not going to change. I will not change their mind whatsoever.
Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting thing that you just said. Like, you're not going to change anyone's mind. Whereas when you're talking to someone online, it's almost as if you're kind of signaling to everyone, I want to change somebody's mind. And you're not going to, but you still are. It's like you're still going under this like presumption that what you're saying is actually going to change somebody's mind, which I don't think it is. I think people
Yeah.
mostly have made up their minds on whatever the issue is, and they're just kind of stating it. This is an interesting comment. Ian says, despite all his accomplishments, I still can't hear James Woods' voice without hearing his Family Guy cameo. See, I'm like that about him, but about The Simpsons. Because I don't even remember the Family Guy cameo, but I remember him from The Simpsons where he got hired instead of Apu when Apu got fired, remember? And he was like working on a movie to like be the convenience store guy.
Okay.
And they hired him. And he's like, and then he's getting like stuck up and he's like Snake comes in to rob him and he's like, Did you buy that? Like, was I really scared? I was like, so good.
That's funny.
Yeah, that
Shout out
was
to James Woods because he shared one of my YouTube videos back in
That's
2020, I believe.
right.
Yeah,
He did.
twice.
That's right. I
So
remember
I'm
that.
very grateful because I pretty sure that video blew past 1 million views because of James Woods.
That's
So
amazing. Yeah, I remember when that happened. Ian, that's right. Oh yeah, don't jerk me around. That's that's what he said in the show. It was good. But I do remember that, John. That was that during the 2020 election?
I believe it was, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I think
I
so.
still remember that, and I'm very, very grateful to him. He's a great actor too. He seems like a
Yeah.
great guy overall. So
Yeah. He's a very interesting man. Let's listen a little bit
could
more.
sit in a room. I could sit in a room with Sean Penn, by the way. I could sit in a room with a lot of my liberal friends and say, look, I think
Wow, see, Sean Penn. I consider
Sean
Sean Penn someone far left, like
yeah,
much further than Rob Reiner, I think. And
yeah.
he's still saying, like, I could sit in a room with them and have a conversation, no problem.
No, and
It's like,
I think that's great though. Like I think that's what we need. Like I think that's you know, we need conservatives that are it's not about berating the left. It's not about winning, or at least it shouldn't be about winning, just winning arguments or owning the libs and all this crap. Because I would say that really doesn't do anything for the long-term progress of MAGA or the right or whatever, in terms of our the things that we believe to be correct, or the things that we're championing or whatever. It doesn't do anything to just continually just bash people and pretty much what Trump is doing at this point. Like it's not at this point, it's not really helping the movement whatsoever.
no.
Like there's not anything at least in the things that he's done the last couple of days. It's like it does not he's not sowing seeds. He's not like, because at this point, it's like, okay, you have this group of people, but you still there are more people out there that you could perhaps win over to your side. You could perhaps,
That's a good point.
But if you just have it's like this instant gratification now mentality of like, yeah, I just want to beat my enemy into the ground. I want to dance on their graves, almost nearly, quite literally, not literally, but you know what I mean? And it's just like it just does nothing. In fact, it can only hurt and harm everything that we've built at this point, because it's not just him, but it's us. What's up, Dante?
What's happening, guys?
Hey, what's going on? We were just talking about the a murder most foul, because there's been a murder.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You can say what you want about Rob Reiner. Whether you like his politics or not, it really doesn't even matter at this point. The guy was a Hollywood legend. He deserves, all the praise. I mean, I know the guy, had his issues with people on the right, but for the most part, to be fair, I will say that the guy, he never let that creep into his movies. His movies have always been universally kind of praised and loved by everybody, whether you're conservative, liberal, didn't matter. And I agree with James Woods, man. And Woods is the best person to speak on this because, he has a history with Rob Reiner, but he's also a staunch conservative.
Yeah.
And he was able to hold on to his friendship with Rob Reiner and, look past the politics. And I honestly, I do understand. I understand why Trump said the things he said in that post. I just felt like, look, at the end of the day, you don't have to like a guy. Look, I've joked many times that if something were to ever happen, or when something happens to Fauci or Gavin Newsom, I'd probably dance on their grave. But realistically, knowing me, I'm a little more classy than that. I'm not going to just publicly do that. But I
just made it a very similar example, Dante. Like I brought up Cheney because I was like, you know what? Like I'm not a fan of Dick Cheney, and he just passed away, and I didn't say a freaking word because I knew, like, there's a certain thing to be said about, like, first of all, don't disrespect the dead. And second of all, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I mean, it's not really that hard. We used to live by that, you know?
Well, I know the argument going around right now is the fact that, so many liberal politicians have trashed people on the right. And I agree with that. And I know it sucks that, you're constantly being told you have to take the high road, right? And not do this kind of thing. My thing is this, though. I think when it comes to having that kind of position in office, when it comes to the dead, right, there has to be some level of respect, right? It's like, you look, if someone's alive, trash them all you want, right? If Trump wanted to go after, Robert De Niro, no problem, trash him, right? But when someone just literally just died, and the very next day you put out a post like that,
and I think, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's a bad look.
Yeah, and I think the nature of it too, it wasn't like, it would have been bad if he did this if Rob Reiner just died naturally.
Yeah.
But then the nature of how he died, I just think it somehow even makes it would have been bad already, but it even just seems more calloused and worse.
I think that's what it was. It's like, I'm almost like, did he know how he died? Because like, it almost feels like, like this is a post he would write if he had died of a stroke in bed or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just, he just died.
Well, it's almost like he implied that Trump derangement syndrome was the reason why somebody killed him.
Yeah. And then and then you read more into it and you're like, this sounds so bad. Cause it's almost as if he's saying instead of drugs, his son was sick of this guy talking about Trump. Like, that's an insane thing to insinuate as a sitting president.
Yeah, no, that is completely batshit. Like,
it's crazy.
Look, I give Trump a lot of passes, man. I give him a lot of passes because I'm like, you know what? Trump is Trump. Like we all knew what we were getting into when the guy got elected. This isn't our first rodeo. We already have 4 years of him before, so we know what Trump is like. This is almost like kind of like a low. You know what I mean? It's like almost like a new low.
Yeah. But like, I will say, to your point, Dante, I wasn't shocked. Like, I didn't read this and was like, oh, how shocking of Donald Trump to say something like this. Cause I was like, oh yeah, that's very Trump. Like, he just seems so like when Charlie Kirk died, right? And when he was eulogizing him on stage, after Erica Kirk went up there and like was like, I forgive the man who shot my husband. Like, she was like, I'm gonna I'm gonna let God be the judge, and I'm gonna do what a Christian does, which is forgive. He comes on stage and he goes, Erica's way better than me because I'm not gonna do that to my enemies. Like, I will not be nice to my enemies. I don't forgive my enemies. Fuck them. Basically, like, he literally was like, fuck that shit. And so like now when he comes out and he's like, fuck this guy. Good thing that he fucking did. Not in so many words.
No, you're
words
right.
are on the screen. You can see the words on the screen. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but that's basically what he said. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking let it go. I'm not letting it go. Is basically what he's saying.
My thing is this: give it 2 weeks, right? Before you do something like this. That's all.
Yeah. What can you let? Yeah, exactly.
Less than 24 hours, I think.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah. It really was. It was literally like when the news broke, and he was like, "Oh, that guy, he hated me, didn't he?" Like, fuck that dude.
Well, I mean, to Dante's point too, I just think that again, we knew what we were going to get with Trump, and that's fine because the alternative, like that was pretty unthinkable. But I just think with the president, the office of the presidency, there is a certain level that you have to operate on, and you do have to be above, your enemies. You do have to be above. You have to be higher and above it all. Like, you cannot be getting into. This is, I mean, if somebody just said this online, this is. Just, it's different if somebody else says it, but the fact that it's the president of the United States is just like, this is below you, I guess is
no, that's exactly the word, below. It's like, because you have to remember, or he has to remember, that he is the president of the United States, right? He's not the president of Republicans. You know, he's not the president of conservatives. He's the president of the entire United States. You got to handle yourself with a little bit more decorum than that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you hate, if you hate the guy or whatever, that's okay. Don't freaking tweet about it at 4 a.m. in the morning or whatever time you put this out. I mean, this is just like, yeah. I don't
know. Also, don't imply that he died from TDS.
Yeah, you're making it about you, and it's just so, yeah.
It's cringe. It's just cringe.
This is one of those moments where it's like, no, I gotta call, there's a lot of things that when it comes to Trump, it's like, yeah, I let it go. But this crossed the line. And I just felt like, too, if MAGA doesn't check him on this, you can't, whatever this is, he cannot be emboldened to do this, because ultimately it's not just about him. And I don't understand some of the people simping for him, because it's like, no, this is a movement that was built by the people. And this is bigger, it's bigger than Trump. And we can't let him basically we can't let this guy possibly tear it all down. So it's like, yeah, we have to check him. We have to, whatever, we have to let him know, like, no, this is not going to slide. We are not cool with this, because you are, this is a liability. These kind of things are liabilities to everything that has been built to this point. And you can't, it is not about, this is the thing that Trump has to understand. It's not just about you, buddy. The people that put you in office put you there for a reason. Think about us.
Yeah.
You are you're making us look pretty bad, because you're having people out there that are simping. They are defending him, and it makes them look retarded.
Yeah. A lot of people are kind of basically like, from what I've seen, a lot of people are simping for him, as you say, John, by saying things like, well, since the left clearly celebrated Charlie Kirk's death, basically everything's a go. Like now everything's a go, and that he's justified in doing what he's doing because the left did
back and forth. We can go back. We can do this all day now, because now the left is going to, it's like, if you use that type of logic and reasoning, well, they did it, so we can do it. I mean,
yeah. Where's it going to end? Like, where's it going to end?
No, it's like, no, we have to set a standard. We have to show people that, we're different. We're better. We are better. We need to show it.
And you're right. It's no man is bigger than the mission, right? Like, no man is bigger than the cause. And and that's kind of like, that's one of those things that I kind of loved about that show Andor, right? Is that it kind of showed like how this rebellion, the Star Wars show Andor, it showed how this rebellion began, or how it formed, and everybody played a part, but no person was in charge. No person was the leader. It just took a lot of people, having to sacrifice kind of everything to like be able to fight the empire, right? And it's kind of like that with MAGA when I think about it, because it's like, look, Trump is president because we elected him president, right? We thought he would be the guy to at least give us some of the things that we've asked for, right? Like, and honestly, I don't know if he's done a great job of that either, but that's another topic for another day. Because I have some issues with Trump right now, and I voted for him. So let me.
Oh, you mean him being the first Jewish president? Because I heard that today. That was interesting.
Oh, dear God, who's saying that?
To make. I think it was with Mark Levin, and Mark Levin was like, Trump is the first Jewish president, and Trump was like,
Jewish.
That's true. He's like, that's true.
Yeah, Mark Levin. Yeah. Well, I won't get in that, but I mean, you'll notice the people that came out on Twitter and on or X, and the people that were defending Trump, like Jack, Prosobiec or whatever.
Poso.
Yeah, they're all connected. They all have connections to the White House. They all, he was one of the Epstein guys with the binder.
Yeah, he got the binder.
Yeah, like they all have connections, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got a phone call from the White House to, make, defend Trump, and I'm seeing all the usual suspects out there. They were kind of like the ones bringing up the whole idea. Well, Rob Reiner dissed Rush Limbaugh after he died. So, making excuses. It's just like, again, Trump is the president of the United States. Okay. Rob Reiner is some guy. He is a person in Hollywood. He is not the leader of the free world. So we don't judge. There's a different level of judgment for people in terms of in the
expectation. Yeah.
Yeah, because I heard
agree.
people try to compare, like, people, like the idiots who are making those Charlie Kirk videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're not the president of the United States.
Yeah.
They're just morons on X.
Yeah.
And I don't think I heard like very many politicians say like Charlie Kirk deserved to die or anything like that. Like I don't recall. Maybe the chat
I didn't either.
correct
Actually,
me if I'm wrong. But if there was any type of leftist politicians that came out and said, fuck Charlie Kirk after his death or whatever, like I'd like to know about it, because I sincerely do not know.
No, I didn't hear about that either. And honestly, I really don't think there was, for the most part. But yeah,
I think there was comments like by like actors and stuff like that. Like for example, Amanda Seyfried, who came out and said like, he was a very hateful man, and I can see why he got killed. Like, that kind of thing.
Again, not the president though.
Right. She was an actress. Like, it's like, okay, like, yeah, she shouldn't have said it, but like, she's not like, she's not like Nancy Pelosi or someone who makes policy. Like, she's not like a politician.
Right.
So it's like, okay, she can, as a civilian, she can state her opinion, no problem. So can Donald Trump. It's going to reflect differently on you. Like, it's not that he doesn't have the right to say what he said. It's just that it's just going to, like, it's just, as you said, John, it's going to make people think differently of you, and you're not going to win anyone over with this kind of attitude.
Also, to give credit to our side of the YouTube aisle, I will say that, people have called him out on this, and I'm very happy to see that. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers called him out. Craig from Side Scrollers called him out. So people aren't just bootlicking, right? They're not just kissing his ass.
A lot of people called him out. A lot of people I was surprised about. Like specifically, Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy. I saw him call him out, and I thought that was big of him, because I know he's a huge, massive Trump supporter.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was really nice to be like, you know what? No, that's not where we're at. Like, that's not what we should be doing. This is what I was talking about. Because some people were like confused. No, Donald Trump is not Jewish, you guys. This was just like a semi joke that was made today. This was it.
And I said, this is our first Jewish president. No, he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's right. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
and you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you. I miss you. I miss you.
That was it. That was it. It was a joke.
But it was a joke, like how like we used to call Bill Clinton the first black president, right? Like back in the day. Like obviously he's not.
Same thing with what Hillary wanted to be called, which was also the first female black president, with the hot sauce and everything like that.
That was so cringe.
Like,
that was so cringe. It hurt my feelings, man. Like, I was like,
yeah, that was so freaking cringe. There was also this bit, which I thought is kind of relevant to this conversation, actually, because a lot of people, like I said, were kind of bringing up Charlie Kirk as an excuse of why this is acceptable. But Rob Reiner, he went on Piers Morgan Uncensored, and he talked about Charlie Kirk, and he was very, very pleasant about what he said about Charlie Kirk. So that's why I think that most people are wrong about what they say about him specifically. So this is what he had to say about Charlie Kirk.
When you first heard about the murder of Charlie Kirk, what was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Well, horror, absolute horror. And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him, and that should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems. And I felt like what his wife said at the service, that the memorial they had, was exactly right. And totally, I believe, I'm Jewish, but I believe in the teachings of Jesus, and I believe in doing to others, and I believe in forgiveness. And what she said to me was beautiful, and absolutely, she forgave his assassin, and I think that is admirable.
See, in this, when he's talking about like it's never okay when this type of thing
Saw
happens.
the video of it, and it's
He says that again here.
It's beyond belief.
That's something that I feel like Trump should have said. It's beyond belief what happened to Rob Reiner, because he got murdered by his son. Like, him and his wife got murdered by his son. And it's beyond belief what happened. I'm sorry for their loss. May he rest in peace. Really, it could have been just 3 sentences. Like, it didn't have to be this whole thing like, oh yeah, it's reportedly due to the fact that he had TDS and blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, read the room. Like, he got brutally murdered. Like, can we have some decorum about this dude's death? Like, it's kind of crazy.
It makes you like that. I mean, there's been a few things with Trump, but it does lend to the idea, like, of people, when people call him a narcissist, and you look at that, or, you look at maybe some psychological something going on, a personality disorder of some kind. I don't think it's off the table, because that to me is just, Here's the thing. You can look at it in a couple different facets. One, let's just look at it from a very pragmatic, practical view. Like, let's say you don't even care about values. Let's say you don't even care about morality or anything like that. Well, what about just political savviness?
Right.
What about just knowing that, having the self-awareness, having the actual just self-awareness to know that if I say this, I wonder how that will be perceived by, people, normal people out there.
Yeah.
The fact that he didn't even have that capability, because if he did, he would have never tweeted that. There's no political savviness in this situation. So worst case scenario, I mean, there's a couple worst case scenarios, but it's like, I don't, again, you just have to think, like, what the hell is going through this guy's head if there is not an explanation of something, maybe a personality disorder there, because it is not the behavior of a normal person.
Well, yeah, because even Gavin Newsom is kind of like, he's a sociopath, right? So, I mean, even if Trump had the sensibilities of a sociopath, he would probably, this probably wouldn't have happened, right? Because at least a sociopath tries to mimic real human behavior, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so no, this is pure narcissism.
Yeah, that is true. Let me get this super chat real quick. Chai T, thank you for the $5. Says we do need more Charlie Kirks, but look at what they did to him. I can find Trump's post awful, but I can also understand him having Schadenfreude. I don't know what that means.
Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude?
I think it's a German word. Yeah.
I need to look this up. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think the whole thing of it, though, is like, you're not a reality star anymore. You're not. Right. You're not you're the president of the United States.
It means pleasure driven by someone from another person's misfortune. Schadenfreude.
I mean, it's one thing for somebody to, if they slip on a banana or something,
right.
They have a fall, but this guy got murdered by his own son, him and his wife. So it's like, wow.
I have a German friend in the chat, so he just heard me
I'm
like
sorry, but
pronounce that.
very few people deserve a death like that, man. You know, like
Nobody deserves a death like that. What the hell?
there might be a few that deserve a death like that, but but not many.
I can't think of a single person, but
pedophiles.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
probably
sure.
there are people who deserve a death.
Okay,
way worse.
pedos, sure. I mean that's what like that's kind of like what was the discussion about the two brothers, right?
The Menendez brothers.
The Menendez brothers, that's right.
Yeah, Kyle and Eric Menendez.
Yes, are they out now? Because they were
they're trying to get them out. But here's the thing. They're saying that they were sexually assaulted or molested when they were kids, right?
Yeah.
Reiner's kid, I don't know if he could plead that same thing, right?
No.
And he's a known drug addict. So at least the two brothers weren't drug addicts as far as I knew.
No, they weren't. I mean, then they were minors too at the time. So I think they were like 17.
Yeah, they were young.
Yeah. So I mean, but I'm saying like in that sense of the reason that they said that they killed their dad was because of like that kind of thing. It was like this usually it's like this heinous situation where like somebody commits that kind of crime towards their kids or something.
But also to kill the mother too. Like that's.
Have you watched the stuff about the Menendez brothers? Because they talk about how like I was watching that documentary about them, and then they still talk about how to this day they fault their mother more than their father, even though the father is the one that abused them, and they still speak ill of the mom simply because the mom knew about what was going on and didn't stop it.
I get that though.
Yeah, versus like the fact that like the dad was doing all the deeds, but they have this like tremendous trauma towards him. So they've kind of like they flip the villainy on it. Like it's like because it's a psychological thing. So they have like that kind of like Stockholm syndrome love for their father.
Well, because look, there's the monster, and then there's the person who's supposed to protect you from the monster, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And you almost have more, animosity about the person who's supposed to protect you.
Yeah.
Than the actual monster itself,
And like making excuses for him and stuff. So like to this day, apparently they like hate their mom and they don't talk about her at all. But to this day, they like, they talk very kindly about their father, who apparently did all this bad shit to them. So that's a mind fuck. This is also a bit of a mind fuck because I watched this interview after this happened, and I was like, I feel like we should talk about this because it feels like there's just so many tells with this kid, like the way his expressions are, the way he talks, the way he looks at his father as they speak about certain things. Like there's just so many different things that there is to unpack. Now, I don't know if you guys knew, but like Rob apparently made a film about his kid, like about the drug addiction and all the stuff. And in the movie, which I haven't seen, have you guys seen this movie by any chance?
I haven't.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, so he made this movie. It's called something Charlie. I forget the exact title. I'm sure the chat will tell me in a second. But they the movie is about this politician that is trying to like run for politics and then ends up having a son that's a drug addict. And so he's trying to hide the son's bad behavior and activity from his political life, right? Like, so he's constantly disappointed in his son. He doesn't want him to get busted, like all these different things. And that's this movie. And so they're discussing this movie about this movie that they made together. And this was what they had to say. Being Charlie is what it's called. Thank you, Spike.
Reveal that stuff for you? That would seem to be hard for me.
It's not hard to reveal that stuff. It's only hard to reveal that stuff to then get told you're a spoiled white rich kid, and it's like, okay, maybe all these things.
Well, who would say that to you? Not your dad.
No, but the world, listen, I had to talk to him about this. Listen, I know what it's like to be the son of, and to have people assume certain things about you, and it's very, very difficult.
Well, how did you handle that?
Well, I mean,
obviously you didn't go to drugs, but you must have had
well,
those
in
issues.
the
Your
60s
father's an
in the
icon.
60s, there was plenty of drugs around.
Yeah.
But you just have to know what you do, and that you have to block out all that extraneous noise. And it's hard for him because this is the first time he's, all of a sudden there's a lot of attention. People are talking, and he has the double whammy. He's got me and he got his grandfather, and they're going to say whatever the heck they want, but they don't know. They don't know what he's experienced. They don't know what he's gone through.
Yeah.
They don't know why he's done what he does, and and it's pretty dumb, pretty ignorant of people to say just because you're born and you have money and that doesn't mean anything. People have their own issues.
Human beings
regardless.
are complicated, messed up.
And also, it's like the Kardashians can go shopping and complain about how there's no air conditioning in the fucking store, and no one bashes them.
Yeah.
It's like I wrote a movie about doing drugs and having a hard time, and people still,
People
they
have
a
really
field
said-
day.
Yeah, he did write the movie.
And stuff about that.
Oh yes,
That's
absolutely.
insane to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
this
you
is-
have to keep yourself focused and know what
Whatever.
you do.
Yeah.
Know what you do. This is what we set out to do.
Right.
And I told him, while we were making the movie, I said, I don't care what happens. I don't care if, they don't even see the movie. Nobody wants to. I said, we're winning. We are winning.
Yeah.
Because we're throwing ourselves into our work.
Yeah.
And good things are coming out of it.
Absolutely.
And hopefully it can help some people, because we've been on some shows. We were on a show the other day on NPR where
That's
people
so
were
sad.
calling in and were saying, thank you so much for, sharing your story. And they were telling us about what they were going through. And so if you can be helpful in that way, then that's good.
That's so sad. Like
It is.
his expressions throughout the whole thing, I'm like, what is this kid thinking right now? It's like,
Probably wants a hit.
yeah, he did look like he wanted a hit like the whole time. Here's another one. This is another resurfaced interview.
What was the toughest for you? What do you think, Nick?
It wasn't very tough. I mean, it was pretty nice experience for me. I don't really think it was like tough at all.
Really?
I mean, of course it was a little bit, but
I mean, we did get into fights over things, but ultimately it forced us to make the film better. I mean, we get into issues, and I would see, the whole process for me, I can just speak for myself. It did make me understand him a lot more, and I think it made me a better father. Hopefully it did. I don't know, but I think that, and you'll see it in the film. What happens is, your kid, if your kid is going through rough times, the parent your main job is to keep your child safe. So I would do anything. I felt at a loss. So I would do anything that, as we say in the film, anybody with a desk and a diploma, I would listen to them. And the whole idea of tough love, and you have to be a certain way. And it's not my nature. It's not the way I am built, but I went and did that.
So there you go. There's a couple resurfaced interview about their relationship, and people reading a lot into those interviews, like the way that they looked at each other, the way, like even the fact that he was saying like we had some fights on the set and everything like that. Some people are saying like that Rob may have been like really controlling, trying to control like Nick's creative outlet and things like that. I don't know if any of that is true. I do know that he seems like a good father. Like he seemed like he tried to help his son the best of the way he could, the best way he could. But sometimes it's like, I mean, is there such a thing as a lost cause, you guys? Like, do you believe that? Like that some people are just a lost cause? Like, can you change people like that? Like, I guess like someone I can think about recently that kind of fits the bills, like let's say Hunter Biden. Like Hunter Biden's kind of like that for the Bidens. Like it's like he's heavily into drugs. I don't think he's ever going to give it up. He says weird things. He does weird things. I mean, look at the Hunter Biden laptop. He's very out there. So like, is there such a thing as a lost cause, or can parents stop that from happening?
No, there's a such thing as a lost cause.
Yeah.
Like I think there's some people who they don't want the help. to be honest with you. Like
Yeah.
I look, coming from downtown, coming from LA, that's all you saw were people who just, like there's people who are in bad shape and they want to get out of the situation they're in. And then there's people who just absolutely want to stay exactly where they are. Right.
Yeah.
And if you're a drug addict who, and here's the thing, the worst part about him is when you have a drug addict who has very successful parents, you have every opportunity to get help, right? You have every, like, there's nothing holding you back, right? You have the money, you have the means, there's nothing stopping you from.
You can get therapy, you can go to like the
You can
best
get any help you need,
psychiatrists.
right?
Yeah, like anything,
And
really.
if you don't choose that, you are a lost cause.
Yeah.
I think that goes for anybody across the board. It's up to the individual. And that's why, like, I don't like the idea of believing anybody's a lost cause, but if they themselves just kind of give up, or they accept that, or they basically say, this is who I am, or this is who I'm going to stay, who I'm going to continue to be. What more you just can't, no parent can do anything for a child like that.
Yeah, and
Up to the
Spike is
individual.
saying he went to rehab at least a dozen times, and that's also true, which also makes me think about somebody like Andy Dick. Now, Andy Dick,
Fuck, don't get me started on him.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like it's funny because I made that video on my channel. It's called "What Happened to Andy Dick," and then I actually noticed that some people had gone and found the video, and like there was new comments on it. So once in the blue moon, when Andy goes into the news, I'll get new comments on my video about him. And it was the same thing. It's like Andy again OD'd like last week or whatever, and then he's okay again or whatever. He said he's fine. But like it was caught on camera that he was ODing, and then a bunch of people went and I guess like looked him up, and my video popped up, and they're kind of looking at his history. And when I did that video, I didn't know how many times Andy Dick had been in and out of rehab, how many times he had been like, arrested. It's been like years of this shit. It's been like
I told you about all
so
of my
many
experiences with Andy Dick,
years.
right?
Not all of them, but you told me about a couple, and I was like, God damn.
I'm telling you, like, okay, I would consider Andy Dick a lost cause. Like, and I'm not just saying that because the motherfucker got on my nerves all the time, but
That's where I'm at right now too with him, because I'm like,
but
I feel like
he
he's
is a
lost
very
cause.
lost cause, and he is okay. I'm not saying he did this, but there is a rumor, and it's a very strong rumor in Hollywood, that he's also responsible for like the death of the that one actor who OD'd.
Phil Hartman's wife.
Well, her, yes, her, and so he was on this show called well, he wasn't, but this actor was on a show called Suddenly Susan with Brooke Shields, right? This was back in like the 90s, and really good actor, kind of up and coming, and he was partying with Andy Dick, and the guy was actually just out of rehab, right? So he kind of, he had a drug problem, kind of got out of it. I don't know what made him hook up with Andy Dick, but he hooked up with Andy, and then like literally like 2 weeks later, he's dead from an OD.
Oh no.
So Andy Dick is nothing but bad news, man.
River Phoenix, says Walt. Are we talking about River Phoenix?
No, I don't.
No. I can't remember the actor's name. But he was on that sitcom, and I forgot who else was on it. But anyway, yeah.
You're talking about Suddenly Susan? Let me look it up.
Yeah,
I vaguely remember.
It's the actor. He was a young guy. I wish I could remember his name.
David Strickland. It's not Nestor Carbonell, because I've seen him in recent things. Here, let me bring up the page so you can see it.
I think it was David Strickland, actually.
David Strickland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's deceased, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He died.
There you go. Died in
1999
1999 after hanging out with Andy Dick.
Oh no. So that's like two people, because that's what the Phil Hartman hex is supposed to be about him as well. Like it's like the whole...
he got his chick back on drugs, Phil Hartman's ex-wife, and then she killed him.
And then she killed him. They very similar circumstances of what happened to Rob Reiner with Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, like that was like the first thing that popped into my head after I like heard the news. I was like, oh my God, it's like Phil Hartman. Like,
Well, if we hear that his, Rob Reiner's son was hanging out with Andy Dick, I mean, it all.
Well, there you go.
Oh
And you
my
know what? And
God.
it's not uncommon, man. Like, even Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye died because his drug addict father, shot him, and
Oh my God.
Bad news, man. Bad news.
yeah.
Drugs
Do
are
not
so
do
bad.
drugs,
Oh my God.
especially the heavy stuff.
That's fucking terrible, man. Well, you know what? For me, I've always enjoyed his movies, like especially like his older stuff. Like Princess Bride's one of my favorite movies. Stand By Me, such a good movie.
Oh, excellent movie. Yeah.
There's so many good movies that I've always enjoyed from Rob. Obviously, I didn't like his a lot of his takes online. I thought, yes, he did have TDS. It's true. Can't deny that. But he was also a decent human being who at least was able to separate people like Charlie from their political selves. So,
But also, he
I
was
think,
it wasn't just TDS. I mean, the guy has always been a hardcore lefty, man. Like, if you watch his stuff on All in
yeah,
the Family, like that, he was that guy. He was meathead.
yeah,
Like, he was very politically left. He's always been
yeah,
that person. So it's not like Trump got in
Yeah.
office and all of a sudden he became leftist,
yeah.
right? He
All
was
of a
always that
sudden,
guy.
yeah. But yeah, like I'm just saying to close this to close this portion out. I'm just saying I hope he rests in peace. And I think that when people die, usually they kind of leave these earthly ideas behind. So like, hopefully he's good in a better place where he can get some perspective, and God will be his judge. I really do believe that. So rest in peace. And his wife too, like his poor wife.
Yeah.
It's just a terrible situation all around, and really just makes you think about what you can do internally to maybe make different choices, maybe make better choices. And the drug thing, man, like that is a battle for so many people. Like there's a lot of people that are in this circumstance. Like you're lucky if you've never dealt with someone who's a drug addict or has had drug problems. It's
Yeah.
a terrible disease. So again, may he rest in peace. And I hope that his family are able to recover. Prayers to them in this really difficult time. Having said all that, do you guys have anything else you want to add to Rob Reiner's Rob Reiner story before we move on?
I'm good.
I will say this one observation that I had about this, kind of like taking a step back from it, or just having this realization, was like the power that art has, for somebody who, Rob Reiner, he definitely had TDS, but for so many people to come out to his defense about this, I think speaks to who he was as an artist, and the fact
Yeah.
that like art kind of transcends, I think, politics. And
Absolutely.
when you make, a wonderful film, a really great piece of music or whatever, it's like there's something about that where people, just on a, it's almost, I think you get what I'm saying here, but it's just, it's something that does it seems to transcend politics, where people, like if their heart and their emotions are touched by a work of art, and it's something that they value, like The Princess Bride. I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Just Stand By Me, that's a great coming of age film. Like these movies that he made, I think it does speak to the power of art, and how people will, they'll drop their politics for if you've touched their lives in that sort of way.
There's something to be said about that, and I completely agree with you. And on that note, I watched another interview with him where he said, "Stand by me." If he had to pick, I think it was on the same Pierce Morgan thing that we just watched a clip from. And Pierce asked him if it was any of your works that you recommend somebody watch, like what would define you as a person. And he said Stand By Me was the movie that he said really is like who who he is. Like he that was him. Like ultimately, that's his favorite work of his. That meant a lot to him. So if you guys are wanting to see a movie of Rob's, I would suggest maybe pick that one because that's what he claimed was his favorite. And I think I'm gonna give that one a rewatch as well because it's been a long time since I've watched that movie. And Princess Bride, I'm gonna try and watch Princess Bride as well this holiday season because I do love that movie. That movie was a really good
I don't know
movie.
anyone who doesn't love that movie. Like it's kind of like universally loved.
It's universally loved. And then the other day, like this is actually a couple weeks ago before his passing, I saw somebody make one of those comments, like those engagement bait comments being like, the Princess Bride is not a good movie. Like, like that kind of thing. The entire thread was like, you have no taste in movies. What the fuck have you made in your life?
Is it just me?
Oh, it's you. I think it was you, but you're back
Okay.
now.
Okay. My bad.
But yeah, like it was just so funny because like the entire thread was like, what the hell are you talking about? That movie is freaking great. And then obviously the person was doing it for engagement farming, but it was pretty funny. So I agree with you, Dante. I don't think I've ever seen anyone really quite hate that movie. It's such a good one. Now, having said that, following this industry news, there's another bit of industry news that's like a pretty big news. We haven't talked about it at all on this channel yet. And that is the merger of Warner Bros. And Netflix. And I believe the Paramount offer has been officially rejected as of today. They said we'd rather go to Netflix. I guess I don't know what the hell Paramount did, but they did such a poor job with their offer that Netflix was like, or Warner Bros. Was like, hell no. And then there was this bit released here today saying creating and protecting jobs. Netflix and Warner Bros. Have complementary businesses, which is why we plan to continue operating them independently. With the teams that currently run them, we'll also keep growing our long-term investment in original films and series and expanding U.S. production capacity. Over the last 4 years, we've contributed over $125 billion to the U.S. economy and hired more than 140,000 cast and crew members. Filming across all 50 states with Warner Bros. Will be able to do even more. So they're planning on keeping Warner Bros. Separately. And onto this note here, again, I believe Paramount's offer has officially been rejected. So they are going with Netflix. Now, there was some talks about Netflix, I don't know, Donald Trump putting a stop to this purchase. I don't know if any of that is true. Dante, do you have any news about this at all, or have you heard anything about this from
the last thing I heard was that it unofficially, just rumor that Warner Brothers is trying to hype up this bidding war, man, and I think they're trying to get Paramount to up their offer.
Okay.
From what
So you
I've
don't
been
think
hearing.
you don't think this is like a flat out like rejection? They just wanted to get a better offer, so they're saying like
Warner wants to sell to the highest bidder, and right now it's Netflix, and I think what they're trying to do is stir up enough, hoopla that that Paramount ups their offer a little bit more. But Zaslav is and I've said this before in other shows, he's a real estate salesman. He doesn't care about movies, he doesn't care about art, he doesn't care if Netflix gets a hold of this company and destroys it from within. He doesn't care. He just wants to sell to the highest bidder.
Okay. All right.
And by no means did you ever believe Netflix when they say they want to keep it separate. That's not going to happen.
You don't think so? You don't think they're going to give them like theatrical releases and keep James Gunn on? Because honestly, like I think the biggest worry right now, at least when it comes to Warner Bros, is DCU, and to some extent, I guess HBO and Harry Potter, but I don't think the Harry Potter thing is like that big of a worry because it hasn't really quite even started? Like,
Well, the DCU and James Gunn, he has till 2027.
right.
So
Which means like
that
Supergirl's fine. Like they've
yeah,
already made that. I think Man of Tomorrow is okay because I think they've already done that.
Man of
Anything
Tomorrow
after
will
Man of Tomorrow is
Man of
like
Tomorrow will probably be the last one from
okay.
Gunn, depending on how well it does.
Right. Because like I think the Clayface and stuff like that is also a go as of now because it's between Supergirl and Man of Tomorrow.
Well, and then you have the Green Lantern show coming out too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which I heard today. There's like a rumor that they're supposed to be like, I don't know, some conservative coded thing or something like that. I was like, what?
You know what? It's James Gunn, so it could
Maybe?
be.
Like it's
You know,
Never know.
what did you guys think of the trailer? Did you guys watch the trailer of
oh yeah,
Supergirl?
and I got struck for it. So fuck you, Warner Brothers.
Struck or
Well, I
was
got
Did
it
they
the
actually give you a
copyright.
strike?
oh
Not a
copyright?
strike. It was just a copyright, but
Oh, okay.
still,
Oh.
fuck you, Warner Brothers, for that.
Sure.
Yeah, they do that all the time. It's really annoying. That's why we're not gonna watch the trailer, but I will pause like on certain scenes so we can
Be
like
very
look at
careful because I remember with Anna was on my show last week and we kept pausing it and they still struck me. So or copyrighted.
I'm not even
claimed
gonna
me.
play it though. I'm just gonna pull up like a screen
Yeah.
grab, like
I don't-
pause grab.
I don't understand it. Like Warner Brothers, do you want people to talk about your movie or not? I don't know.
No, they're stupid, man. Because
They
even
don't.
Disney doesn't do that.
No, they don't.
Yeah, Disney doesn't do that. I'm just gonna fast forward to the part that honestly was mostly talked about, which was this scene right here. So did you guys perceive this to be some type of slight against Superman? Because a lot of people were pissed off about this scene.
No pun
I
intended.
think after what happened.
There was no pun intended.
Well, yeah. I think what happened after the movie, a lot of people are hypersensitive about the fact that James Gunn doesn't respect Superman. So going from that and then going straight to this where dog's pissing on his picture, yeah, I can see how it rubbed people kind of the wrong way.
Yeah, it's it's weird is like I kind of understand where people are coming from with that because I think like they should have probably put like Lex's photo as the big one. But she's also on it like cuz Script Doctor pointed out that like
But you can
she's
barely
on
see her.
the thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty clear. Could you imagine if that was like Christopher Reeves?
Oh God.
Oh my god.
The internet would have
no.
blown up.
That would have been no good at all. But like it says Supergirl rescues cats, which I think is funny. So like he's like peeing on Supergirl as well because it's like
So
she's
if the
saving
picture
cats.
was just
The
Supergirl
peas are really
rescues-
getting over there. That like
There's some splash.
a
That's
little
true.
bit. I mean, it's mainly on
It's mainly on
It's
Clark.
definitely on him. Yeah,
He's definitely getting that golden shower there.
Yeah.
he's getting R. Kelly'd.
right. Like if it were just Supergirl rescuing a cat, then it would have made sense that the dog pisses on it because it's a cat, right?
Yeah. That actually would have been kind of funny.
That would have
that'd
been
clever.
funny.
Yeah.
That would have been funny. I don't think that people would have hated it as much. Or if it was a picture of Lex and like
Or
Lex is being arrested.
right. That would have been justified.
It would have been like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I mean, he did help fight Lex. Like he
Yeah.
did help beat that fucker. So that would make more sense. See, I wonder about these creative decisions from James Gunn sometimes. I'm like, are you that dumb? Or like, are you doing it to troll people? Because
Well, I mean, he did start Peacemaker season 2 with an orgy.
I haven't seen that. John, did you watch
and I'm talking full frontal. Like you saw balls and everything. Like it was
my
just a straight
God.
up. Oh yeah. It was and what made that worse was he made all this hoopla about the fact that Superman was going to go to VOD early just in time for Peacemaker. And I'm like,
yeah,
wait,
I
what?
noticed that because like I noticed that there was a lot of like him commercializing Peacemaker or whatever, being like, Oh, that you have to watch this because you have to watch this after Superman because this is going to add to the story. It's going to be like, then it's going to lead into the next Superman thing. And I'm thinking like, what this was like a kind of an adult show for like the first season because I watched the first season and it was adult. And then Superman was not. That was for kids. So I'm like, why is he saying that the kids should go and watch the show?
Yeah,
And then now you're saying
14-year-old,
season 2 is a fucking
8-year-old.
orgy.
Yeah, I didn't see season 2. I saw season 1, and that show is definitely it's an adult
It is.
show. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
oh my gosh, I can't believe Dante. I didn't know that. So
I just think James Gunn's he's out of his element. He's out of his
John
element.
is like, wait, what?
like, hey kids, hey 8-year-olds, if you like Superman, go and watch Peacemaker.
But
Like,
what's
what?
worse about that though, John, is the fact that he made he basically set that up, and then he said it's going to tie into the next Superman, right? So of course everybody's going to want to watch it if there's a tie-in to the next movie.
Exactly. That's
The
why
tone of that show is like, yeah, no, it's not. It shouldn't even be related to Superman.
And by the way, that orgy went on for a long time. Like it was like minutes long. Okay, like it wasn't like a short little scene. So
Oh no. That's terrible. I'm trying to find another scene that I actually like this scene. Some people are like kind of shitting on this trailer a lot.
see, like here's the thing. I like, and I've said this on many other shows. I like the idea of Supergirl being a hot mess, right? Like I like the fact that
you did like it.
I-
You did say that.
because it's justified, right? This is a girl who, she wasn't a baby when Krypton blew up. She was like already a teenager. She already had a
Right.
life on that planet,
Yeah.
and she lost everything, right? So it makes sense for her to be a mess, right?
I agree. Yeah.
And it's
I
a
do
good
agree with that.
contrast too for Superman. Like, do you want? It would just be. I haven't seen the trailer, but I don't mind the take of Supergirl being sort of a polar opposite of Superman.
You
Like,
haven't watched the trailer? I wish you had.
I'll watch. I mean, I've seen some of the clips from it because of I've seen that like Crypto pissing on Superman.
There
Saw
was
that.
some people were making fun of this scene, and I actually like this scene. Like where she's like screaming in space. Because it's like the way they did it too is clearly that there's no sound in space. So she's kind of like screaming, but there's no sound coming out. And I think it's a cool scene because it's like clearly like she's either looking at Krypton or seeing something to do with Krypton. Maybe Krypton's been destroyed or like whatever it is. Whatever she's witnessing is not good. And like she's kind of giving out this like very like visceral cry in space. And I think like it's a really cool contrast as to like again what is happening to Superman's life, because Superman was a baby and was brought up by the Kents. So he was very much cushioned, like his life was very cushioned in terms of like, yeah, he was an alien and all that stuff, but he was raised really well and he was, brought up by some really nice people, and like he never quite experienced this level of pain. And you can kind of see that in this shot. And there's a lot of stuff I liked about the trailer because I like James Gunn's vision, just generally speaking. Like, I like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and this one did have a very much Guardians feel to it. Like, I can see why people are making fun of her because they're calling her like the female Star-Lord because she's got this trench coat. She's listening to like the Walkman. There's a lot of there's a lot of parallels to Star-Lord. But I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing because I'm like, well, why reinvent the wheel? I asked that a lot from things that have worked. I'm like, why are you trying to reinvent the wheel when something works? So if something has worked for him, which it has, Guardians really worked for him, why would he get away from that? And I don't even think he's directing this movie, by the way. I think somebody else is directing it. I think
it's not even him.
Yeah, he's just a producer.
I mean,
but
obviously he
clearly it's
approved
his
it,
vision.
but-
Yeah, exactly. Like I think he's made notes. You can tell. Like he's like, no, I want it like this. I want this feel. I want this song. Like he's got. I'm sure he knows like what kind of music and what kind of things he want, the kind of vibe he wants for it. So I just I don't necessarily hate it. I didn't necessarily love it either. Like, I wasn't like, "Oh my god, it's the best thing ever." But I didn't hate it either. Like, a lot of people were really hating on this trailer. I
But
didn't think it
also,
deserved that much hate.
we just got a Superman movie where, he's fighting in Metropolis and this and that, and is very earthbound. I like the fact that this is in space, right? I like the fact that this is different
Yeah.
planets. We're not, retreading the same ground we just left in June.
True.
So
Yeah.
for me, like I feel like I'm willing to give this more of a chance than most people, I think. Even though I didn't care for the actual comic story this is based on, because I did read the comic. But the fact that they're bringing in Lobo, Jason
I was
Momoa,
just going to bring up his picture next, actually. We got a very blurry shot of him here.
I think there's some promise to this movie, but I don't think the trailer did a great job.
Lobo is exciting for a lot of people. I mean, it's like this is what I don't understand about some people with regards to like comic book movies. I'm like, okay, so he's giving you a very, very similar looking character to the comic. Like, Lobo looks really good, like in terms of like a comic book comparison.
And they picked the right actor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Jason Momoa look-alike for Lobo is like, I mean, it's just uncanny actually, like how good he looks. So I'm like, what more do you want? Like, like that's why I'm always like, it's so annoying because you can't please everybody and everybody's complaining. And then it's like, but he's giving you a lot to like actually like about the trailer, like Lobo. Like, what else do you want?
To be fair, I've heard very little complaints about Lobo. Right?
Yeah.
Like, they complain about the rest of the trailer, but Lobo's like the only thing where people are like, well, that was cool.
Oh, okay, but like it's like why does it have to be like, oh, that's cool? How about, oh, that like is also really cool, and then this one thing could have been adjusted. Like, but
I agree. I agree.
Like, it's
and like I've said before, I think I'm more open to this movie than a lot of people in our space. I'm looking forward to it. I love Millie Adcock, and I think she's perfect as Supergirl. So
I don't know how much I love her because she was kind of weird, like as a person, like not as an actor, like as a person. Like, I know isn't she trans or something? Like, she's something, and she was all like,
I don't think she's trans.
No, I think you're thinking of
Hunter Schafer.
Yeah, I think that's who you're thinking of.
Is that who I'm thinking of? No, I'm thinking of
Trust me, if she was trans, like there would be an uproar.
No. Okay, no, she's not trans, but who's the girl that was in? I was gonna say Lord of the Rings. It's not Lord of the Rings. It's not Rings of Power.
Nope.
Oh my god, the show she's
House
in.
of Dragon.
House of Dragon.
Yeah.
Who's the main girl that was like in the House of Dragon, and she's like I don't know. I heard she's trans.
Oh no, you're talking about her, the woman who plays her older self.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not the same actress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, who is she?
You're thinking of older Rhaenyra, and I forgot the actress's name. I know she's gay. I don't know if she's trans, but I know she's gay.
I think she looks like Hunter Schafer.
She kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's definitely a lesbian for sure.
Oh, that's right. You're right. I'm thinking of this woman. I totally made a mistake.
I can't remember her name offhand, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hold on. I'll bring up a picture.
I will say
Millie Adcock is definitely not trans. I've seen her in like very skimpy things, and she's not hiding anything.
Ooh, skimpy things. Why is this happening? Hold on.
It
does no bulge.
This definitely does have like a Guardians vibe, like some of the the art direction. It looks like the sets.
It's very Guardian-esque.
Why people are saying that. Also, another thing too is like it's kind of a dark. There's a lot of not a lot of bright stuff going on here, which I understand is probably has to do with the film. But
I was thinking of this girl.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
And it goes to show what like they did such a good job that I made my mind melted her into this girl. So like they did such a good job in casting. She's supposed to be like the older version of this girl, basically. Yeah, she was great in the first one. I didn't watch season 2 because I was kind of like I kind of was over that show. But is she still in season 2?
No, because there's a time jump. That's why the other
Okay,
actress is playing her.
right.
And she goes from
I've
teenager
forgotten
to grown ass woman.
that. Okay, right. There was this last kind of scene too where you do see her as like actual Supergirl, and she's just like hanging out. She's doing she beats up a bunch of people. It looks cool. She does the laser eye thing. You see her laser eyes.
I think
Just
a big
do that stuff.
complaint people have too, though, is the fact that no one really, I don't want to say wanted, but no one really asked for like a Supergirl film. Like it's kind of stupid to me that they went straight from Superman to Supergirl instead of doing like Wonder Woman or I don't know. Everything James Gunn has done has been very questionable.
I think to be fair about that though is because the last time they did something like that, DCU kind of fucking went in a really bad direction with the Snyderverse. And I don't think they were planning on going that far, even maybe with the DCU. Because if they were gonna do the Justice League, then you need Batman, and they've already been doing stupid like the Batman with that other universe.
Matt Reeves Batman,
yeah, Matt Reeves Batman. If you're not gonna have a DC, like if you're not gonna have a James Gunn Batman, then you can't do Justice League because you need Batman for Justice League. So this whole thing with the DCU and like the Matt Reeves Batman kind of fucks with James Gunn's world. I think
the thing is James Gunn doesn't know how to do dark, right? And I'm not saying Batman has to be super grim like the Batman, but okay, you know what's funny? Like for me, the best tone I've ever seen for anything Batman related for me has always been the old animated series.
Same.
That was a perfect tone for Batman.
100%.
And they have never been able to capture that on film. I don't know why. And you're talking to somebody who
Well, I mean, maybe
The
like
Dark Knight is in my top 5 of movies. I love The Dark Knight.
Yeah, but I think like maybe Batman Returns came close. Like
dude,
you know.
Batman Returns is I mean, that's a very it's a very sexually explicit film.
But totally, it came close though. It was very dark. Like it was dark, but also explicit.
I mean, Tim Burton's original Batman, I would say, is probably the closest thing to the cartoon.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I think they both kind of were in different aspects. I think obviously it went off the rails after that, but Joel Schumacher and that crazy shit he did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's a little
but I don't know if James Gunn knows how to do dark. I think James Gunn. Here's the thing. James Gunn is
and that's
very,
okay though.
Well, right. I was gonna say he's very good at taking very obscure characters and making them, known names, right? Like no one knew who the fuck the Guardians were.
No.
Until Guardians of the Galaxy came out. I mean, I
Same
knew
thing with Lobo. I think a lot of people will be like, "Who the fuck is Lobo?" But now everyone's gonna know who Lobo is because he's done.
And Lobo is a character who will fit in his wheelhouse, right? Because Lobo
Yeah.
is an off-brand character, and he could be funny, he could be serious. James Gunn doesn't know how to do just serious at all.
But
right?
that's the thing though. Like I feel like all he needs though is a good director. Like if he has a good director that can do dark, like he can do a Batman for his world. Like he needs one, and he doesn't have one. And that's why I don't think he's doing Wonder Woman and possibly Flash, because if you're gonna do the Justice League, you're gonna need Wonder Woman, you're gonna need Flash, you're gonna need Green Lantern. Of course, they're doing the Lanterns, but like I don't know if that's gonna take hold.
Is James Gunn's universe? Is this thing gonna work out?
That's what I'm wondering. I don't know.
That's a big question.
John.
Chat. What do you guys think? What do you think, Dante? I mean, ultimately, do you think?
I don't know.
I think depending on how well Man of Tomorrow does, that's when we'll see. Because I think right now, because he already has that contract till 2027, he's going to do. He gets to do what he wants to do for now. Will it work out in the end? I think the DCU is going to be very short-lived. That's
I
my
don't
personal
know,
opinion.
especially because of the Netflix thing now. Like I was a little bit I was a little bit more sure before the Netflix thing. But now I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if Netflix is willing to invest in depending on like you said, verbal, depending on how things go with Man of Tomorrow. Like if it makes a fuck ton of money and like Netflix is happy, then sure, why not? Like this person saying in the chat, Netflix will keep the train moving because they'll be like, yeah, I mean, we're making money. Everyone's happy when people are making money. But if it doesn't, then no, they're gonna be like, nah, we're out.
And then you do another reboot. Who do you get? Who do you get to take over? Who would
I don't know.
Who would you pick?
That would be so different. That's a difficult.
And that's to say,
certainly not Nolan. I can tell you that much. Nolan's
it's
out.
not going to be Chris Nolan at all.
Like, have you guys seen what's going on with the Odyssey? Because I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on?
Honestly, that movie. You want to talk about a movie that kills wood? I'm not even shitting you. Like, I was looking so forward to the Odyssey. You have no idea.
Me
I
too.
was pumped, man. And then when I heard his vision for it, that shit went limp very fast. I was like,
unbelievable. It's unbelievable how freaking woke it is. Look, I will say this. I did see the one clip where they were like, it got leaked where they're in the Trojan horse and blah blah blah. And I watched it, and there was a Chinese guy and a black guy in the Trojan horse with them. My only thing is that you can excuse that if they're slaves. Like I can, like if they're slaves and they've been like forced into service, then I can let it go. But if they're just hanging out and they're like generals, I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck? Because this makes zero sense for the time it is.
You know what though? There's a part of me. There's something inside of me that kind of always knew that he was the wrong guy for this movie, right? And I love Chris Nolan, but I knew he was the wrong guy for this fucking film. Chris Nolan doesn't like supernatural. He doesn't like, fantasy. He doesn't like these things. So when I heard he was doing the Odyssey, I'm like, that's weird. Maybe he's trying to broaden his, his experiences, and he's going to do a real fantasy film. Nope. Nope. We get no gods. No gods.
No,
in
there's
the fucking
God.
Odyssey.
No,
Well, I
there
mean,
is.
Troy didn't really venture into
Zendaya
that.
is supposed to be one of the gods.
Yeah, but not really, because she's not really gonna have any ability. I mean, other than talking and looking, staring off into the ether like she normally does with her acting.
We don't actually know, though. We don't know that.
So
No, Johnny, you're right. You're right. Troy did not have supernatural, and that pissed me off too, though.
Okay.
Right? Because if you're gonna do a Helen of Troy and you're doing the Greeks, guys, give me something here. Give me a little Zeus. Give me a little something. Like,
Yeah, see, like you got Robert Pattinson as Poseidon. Zendaya is supposed to be Calypso. This dude, the Punisher's in it as Antonius. And you got this Lupita Nyong'o is gonna be Athena. Like that to me, see, that's
that is
fucked up.
bullshit.
Like that, no.
Oh, they got Ellen Page.
Yeah, they got
Yes.
Ellen Page. Yes, that's right. Or
Look, man,
Elliot Page.
I am all for diversity, man, but I don't want to see a black Greek god, because that shit is it.
No, it's just a no. It's just a straight up no.
I don't give a fuck if Zeus really existed or not. He's Greek. Okay, I don't want to see I don't want to see Samuel Jackson play Zeus.
So Zeus
Or maybe I
is gonna
do.
be
I don't know.
Himesh Patel. Himesh Patel sounds like Indian or something. I don't know who this person is.
Oh, if it's Patel, it's an Indian.
Himesh Patel sounds like an Indian name, and it's gonna be Zeus.
I mean, come on, Nina. I mean, I know you don't want to stereotype here, but that's an Indian fucking name, right?
At least
It
the
might be.
guy.
Is he related to
kind
Cash
of looks-
Cash Patel?
Yeah, I was thinking
I want to
that,
see Cash
John.
Patel in the Odyssey. That's what I want to see.
I was thinking that, John. He doesn't have the crazy eyes like the way Cash Patel has crazy eyes. But like, I will say, Himesh actually kind of looks like like somewhat Greek. Like he's got the beard going. Like he's got something. Whereas Lupita Nyong'o, I'm sorry, but no. Like it just no.
No, as Athena.
No. Same with like Zendaya as Calypso. Like no. I'm
No.
sorry, no.
Maybe this is what other directors had bad like so Christopher Nolan he's on the mountaintop, right? He just won Best Picture with Oppenheimer.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like this is a common thing where a director or filmmaker they win the big award and then they have like their next project is not so great. I'm trying to think of what other
you're right, John. It's called the Oscar curse.
Okay.
Right? Like they win the
that's
Oscar and then their next
true.
film is a flop.
Yeah, that's true. It is called the Oscar curse. I've heard of that. It's happened many times. I can't think of any off the
In
top of my
fact,
head.
it's killed a couple of careers, actually.
What if the movie was like so bad it somehow like that would be like the most unthinkable thing is like this tanks Christopher Nolan's career. He never comes back. Like that would be the most. That would
You
be
know
the
what?
It
Might happen. Oh, you know who
There's
it's
no
happened
way.
to? You know who it's happened to?
He has so much goodwill built up. He would need at least like 3 horrendous, horrific, horrible.
Oh yeah, like in a row, right?
In a row. Yeah,
In a row.
because he had one before Oppenheimer. It was called Tenet. Like I was like,
Well,
I don't know if I
that
can
was
sit through another
part. It was
fucking movie
part
like that.
COVID, and that movie.
COVID had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, but Tenet was just a bad movie, man.
Oh,
Like,
it was.
COVID
I
had
fucking hate
nothing
that
to do
movie.
with that movie.
I don't know. I actually upon rewatching it, I had a little bit more respect for it.
Maybe that's what I have to do. I have to watch it again because the first time I saw it, I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, the first time I was like, this does not make any sense. But
like the it happened though, like the Oscar curse, like that I can think of, also happened to Brie Larson because she won for that movie where she was like very like barely known, and then she like right after that she became Captain Marvel, and like her fucking career tanked. Like it was like
well,
I mean, the same thing happened to Halle Berry when she won for Monsters Ball. Like her career tanked after that.
That's true. It's like, where are you gonna go from here? It's like it's over for you.
It's
DL
scary,
over
man.
on Rumble says for $2, Ellen Page can change her name and try to change her body, but her DNA will always say she's a woman and that she cannot change. Yeah, but
You know what's really tragic about that is she was a cute girl.
yeah, she was.
She was a really cute girl, man. Like
I think what's even more tragic, Dante, is like how every time I see her in an interview now, like she's always like, I'm so joyful and I'm so happy. And she's sitting there like about to cry. And I'm like, you don't look happy at all. Like you look incredibly depressed. Like you don't look so happy at all. And
Like,
she's just sitting there like,
I don't know
I'm
why
so
she can just
happy.
be a lesbian, right? Just be a lesbian. Like if you're gay, I mean, like that's fine.
I know that's that argument, right? Like there's an argument being made about how like trans people are actually getting rid of gay people. Like gay people are disappearing because
Well, it's not that, but what's happening is the rhetoric now is like if you're a lesbian, there's like this pressure being put on you to just transition. And a lot of these women are like, no, because I'm not a guy. I am a fucking lesbian. I just like women. Right? Like being gay is a sexuality. It has nothing to do with identity. It has nothing to do with, gender euphoria. It's a sexuality. So, some guys just like dick. I mean, it doesn't mean they want to be a woman, right? I mean,
yes, well, that's true. But yeah, so like I don't know where this Netflix merger is going, Dante. Or John, I don't know, like if it's gonna happen, if it's not gonna happen. There was like rumors that Trump was gonna put a stop to it. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It seems like Netflix is gonna buy it, which
honestly,
means theaters are dead.
I'd put my money on Netflix buying Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. But what does that mean for the movie theaters? Because I think that like it's just like another nail in the coffin. I think.
Oh, it's going to destroy movie theaters. Like this merger is going to destroy movie theaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why like if like people should take the time now to go to like movies in the theater while you still can.
And here's
because
the thing.
I truly think it's a thing of the past now.
Movie theaters are already in trouble. I mean, like I was on another show. I was talking about how the fact I went to go watch Wicked 2 opening night at a movie theater here in Denver, and I went on a Friday at 6 p.m. The theater was empty.
Ooh, that's terrible.
6 p.m. on a Friday.
That's crazy.
That used to be like a sellout show usually, like Friday night.
And I'm not even talking about like my screening. I'm talking like the theater was empty. The whole building was practically empty.
That's just so sad. Like I love the theater experience, and I just love movies, and it's kind of sad to me that possibly could be like these are the last days of going to the movie theater.
Hollywood did it to themselves though, man. I mean, ticket prices being $25 a pop, you not knowing if the movie's going to be good or not. Like people aren't willing just to throw money around like that. And by the way, that's just for the ticket. Like let's not bring in popcorn and a fucking soda. That's going to be another $25.
Yeah, and then they're doing these like popcorn buckets, thinking like that's gonna get asses in the seats, but I don't think like that. I think that's just such a gimmick too. Like it's not.
And also
really...
that gimmick is fading away. No one cares anymore about popcorn buckets. So like it's just ticket prices, streaming has killed movie theaters. Like they Hollywood did all the stuff to themselves, and then they started making a bunch of shit nobody wanted to see.
That I think is the worst one. Because like I mean, I get into arguments with my husband all the time because I love going to the movie theaters and he does not. So he's all like, I'm always like, let's go to the movies. And he's like, why, Nina? Like, we're gonna end up hating the movie. I'm gonna like, we're it's just, they suck. Like they're just not good anymore. And I'm like, he has a point. Like, I cannot disagree with him because it's like, it's such a gamble. Like when you go to the movie theater, like, unless you really know, like, you're like, I know this movie's going to be good.
I mean, is there ever a really truly knowing?
So
it's always a gamble, right?
It's always a gamble.
For the most part, yeah.
But yeah, I get.
And I'm part of the Hollywood Critics Association, so I get movies sent to me to watch here, and I don't even want to watch the shit that they send me.
You're like that.
I have better things I could be doing than watching this fucking horrible film. So I get them free, and I still don't want to watch them.
That's saying a lot.
What's an investment of time? That's like 2 or 3 hours.
Exactly. That's why my husband's like, I don't want to waste time and money going to the theater. Like I could do so much stuff with my time rather than going out. And I'm like, ugh, this is so true. Matthew says for $2, Skydance said that they were going to WB shareholders.
Doesn't matter. Look, guys, I know people think, Trump is going to get involved and all this shit's going to, none of this is going to happen. Netflix is going to buy Warner Brothers. I guarantee you that.
I think so too.
I'd stake my name on that. Netflix is going to get Warner Brothers.
They're big enough.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's just, I mean, I was a little bit surprised when I saw Netflix acquire streaming rights for wrestling and like WWE and like they're doing like all sorts of stuff with sports. I think they have football on there now. And then when they did that, I was like, okay, like they're moving in a very interesting direction now because they're not doing just and then they put in this offer for Warner Bros. Because they want to become like an all-stop kind of like thing for your entertainment. They're going there for sports, you're going there for your TV shows, and now you're going there for movies. So I don't know. Like it's like they really did, I think, win the streaming wars.
The studios did a stupid thing where they tried to play Netflix's game, and you can't do that, man. Netflix is not a studio. They're a tech company, and they're very good at what they do. And all these studios, Paramount, Universal, Warner Brothers, Disney, they all thought they could play that streaming game along with them. and they
Are
found
they
out
not
very
a studio
quickly.
now though, Dante? Because like, don't they have their own studio?
They're
now,
making
Netflix?
movies
I mean, no,
now.
don't get me wrong. They make their own stuff,
Yeah.
but they're a tech company first
Okay.
and a studio second. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like their platform is the only thing that matters, right?
Yeah, and
Netflix doesn't do theatrical.
Yeah, and that's why I call bullshit on the whole idea that like that they're saying that we're gonna keep Warner Bros. The same and we're gonna still have like movie theater releases. I call bullshit on that because they had Frankenstein and they did very, very limited releases for that. And that was great. That was a great movie that should have been in the theater for a long time. I
I'm
think it
still
would have been
pissed that they didn't put that in the theater. Like for like that should have been a theatrical release.
I agree, and they didn't do it. And I'm like, okay, so if you're not doing it for that, there's no way you're gonna do it for WWE movies. I just don't think that. I just call bullshit because I'm like, you clearly had a you had a winner here that could have gotten a lot of money in the theaters, but they didn't put it out.
Could you imagine if Warner Brothers like if Warner Brothers had like pushed Barbie to streaming only?
That's insane.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of that, right?
Same,
It's like,
same with Oppenheimer, right? Like, because it would
Yeah.
be Oppenheimer. Like the whole Oppenheimer Barbie thing wouldn't have happened if it was just on
if
Netflix.
Warner Brothers said, yeah, we're just going to do streaming.
Yeah.
Well, I guess here's a question: is like, how much do they bring in with the subscriptions? Through it's like, oh, I've got to go through Netflix to watch Frankenstein, so now I have to get Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, like, how much money are they bringing in through that? Because obviously, that's they're trying to build up their platform. So if they make it exclusive,
Netflix is the biggest streaming service, so I mean they're probably doing pretty well. They're probably getting a lot of like subs every month. I mean, obviously they lose some, they get some, but I think overall they're so far up ahead that it's all profit.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's like they probably see it in their best interest. It's like, well, if we keep it exclusive here, like in the long term, it's going to help build Netflix versus we put it in the theater, it's out there, people see it, but are they necessarily subscribing to our service? I don't know. I guess that's the line of reasoning I'm thinking for them.
No, it is like that is, in fact, that's their whole business model.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Rest in peace, theaters. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad. That's what I'm saying. Like, go now if you guys want to go see a movie now, do it because I feel like this is kind of like one of, if not the final nail in the coffin for the movie theaters. Because I just don't see. I don't think they're gonna do it.
So what's going to happen is this. And I've said this before, movie theaters themselves will not go away. What's going to go away are these giant multiplexes like AMC, Regal, all of those are gone, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have these little boutique theaters, right, that are so rare that you're going to have to drive like 10 miles to get to them, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like how record stores are, right?
Yeah,
How,
correct.
Tower Records, all that went away, but then you had these little boutique record
I
stores where
agree.
you can still go get vinyl, right?
Yeah.
That's what movie theaters are going to become.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that is going to be kind of like the future. And I think like big budget movies are going to start not being a thing. Like Doomsday, which we haven't even talked about. But that was
There's
like
not much to talk about really right now.
well, that was like another thing that came out, right? There was like the couple of leaks that came out. They had that whole kind of like mini leak where it's saying that Steve Rogers is coming back to the MCU, which I think is very desperate. Like personally, I think it's just like a desperate move, like just like it was with what's his name coming
We're sorry
back.
we made Captain America black. Here's Steve Rogers. Here's
Yeah, notice how they were like Steve Rogers is coming back, not like Captain America is coming back because they want to keep they keep wanting to say the the Captain America mantle has been passed down
Nina,
now
if you understood how expensive this movie is,
so
like, it's the most
expensive.
expensive movie in history, right?
it might be, to be honest. No, and not even might. It is the most expensive movie in history. Like they have so much writing on this. I'm surprised they're not
Let's
pulling
look at
out
the
all the
budget.
stops. Like I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden they start like advertising Scarlett Johansson's ass, right? Just to get people in the door. I mean, they have so much writing on this.
Wait, you're not excited to see Shang-Chi in Avengers Doomsday?
I'm excited to see him die.
He says a 5-minute cameo and he's off.
Oh my God.
RDJ
$500 million, potentially over $1 billion.
Oh, wait. $500 million, like without marketing.
Yeah. And without the theater split too.
Yes.
In terms of whatever it grosses. So
do you know how much profit they're going to have to make to break even?
My God.
Like,
they're not going to. There's no way. I just don't think anyone's excited for any of these characters. Like, okay, fine. Let's take out like Steve Rogers and let's take out what's his name's Dr. Doom. Other than that, like, who's excited to see Shang-Chi and like all of these like B-listers that they've made for the past like little while? I don't give a shit about any of these Marvel characters that they've been making, like since basically Endgame. Like Kate Bishop, like who gives a fuck? Echo. Are we all going to see these people on the big screen? Like,
nobody
I don't
gives a
care.
shit.
I don't give a shit. Like,
they killed.
and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see Steve Rogers again and potentially Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. I'll wait for streaming. How about that? I'll wait for streaming. Like that. Like I'm not gonna go and spend money to like for that. Like that is just so. I don't know. It's just, it feels desperate.
I 100% agree. And there's this other aspect too of like, where's the momentum? Because you remember when Infinity War, I mean, there was just the momentum was there. Like there was so much goodwill with the MCU. It's like the movies weren't, necessarily like every movie wasn't great, but it was still like all building up to that. And so after Infinity War, I mean, it was fever pitch in terms of like the finale.
Yeah.
And it was just a perfectly orchestrated thing. Here, it's like there's no lead up, there's no momentum. There's not any excitement.
Well, that's because Infinity War, even leading up to Infinity War, it was all earned.
Yes.
Right? It was all earned, man. Like they took their time. It took them 10 years to get there.
Yes.
And by the time they got there, we were all on board. Now they're trying to cheat, right? They're trying to skip the line.
Yeah.
And where is Dr. Doom coming from? He has not been a part of anything.
Yeah, there's no like if they did it like Thanos, where it's like, oh, you got a little cameo here in the post-credit scene. It's
yes.
Like, a little something here, a little something there. But it's just like, yeah, this is it's kind of like you were saying, Dante. Like there's no lead up to this. And you look at WB, they tried to shortcut it with Justice League. They didn't give the proper introduction to all their characters, and then they were trying to get that Avengers money, that 1.5 million that Marvel did, and it's just like, or 1.5 billion. It just wasn't there, and I think now it's like the MCU is making the same mistake of like, yeah, you didn't earn it.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, let's bring in Dr. Doom, where they just had Fantastic Four. They already introduced Fantastic Four, but they introduced Fantastic Four without the most like prolific Fantastic Four villain of all time, which was Dr. Doom. And
if there was going to be a movie to introduce Doom, that would have been
it.
Like,
exactly.
They had that end credit scene there, that one. But here's the thing: I would say this: Galactus is actually a more formidable foe in terms of this big overarching like universal thing.
Yeah.
Like that to me seems like a huge missed opportunity, because like that should have been the villain that they should have been setting up after this, after the Thanos, that whole arc.
Yeah.
It's like that's the real big bad.
Yeah, it should have been
freaking planet,
Yeah, it should have been Dr. Doom gets introduced in Fantastic Four, and it leads up to Galactus, not Doomsday. Like it leads up to like the whole fucking thing. Like, all of us are coming together to get rid of this guy who's going around the galaxies and fucking taking shit over. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe that should be the main villain, but.
And you know what's crazy is like there's even a storyline where Doctor Doom like takes the Silver Surfer's powers. So
right.
You had it all there. I mean, you had the Surfer, you had Galactus, and you could have had Doom, right? And that could have been how Doom gets so powerful, is that he somehow takes out the female Silver Surfer and takes her power, right?
Right.
That's how he's able to do the shit he's going to do. Because here's what people don't really get. Dr. Doom is formidable, but he's had different power levels at different times, right? There's times where he's just kind of like Iron Man. He's just a guy
He's just
in
a
a metal
dude
suit
in a suit. Yeah.
And then there's times where he's stolen cosmic power and he becomes all powerful, right? So how are they going to explain how he's all powerful in Doomsday?
Kind of like Lex, like in the DC version, like Lex kind of does that kind of stuff too, where he's like a regular guy. And then like, I watched stuff where like and then he works with Brainiac, and then like he becomes like that crazy. Like I've been watching the Justice League, like the cartoon, and like
he does
like he does like so many things where he becomes like supernatural powerful, and you're like, oh, this is just Lex Luthor, like being Lex Luthor, but he starts out as a dude. Like he starts out as a regular dude, but then it does all these evil things to become like super evil. And you're like, this is interesting. And this is why he's like an ultimate villain. But like, Galactus is something different that they could like, they just could have done it way better if they had organized themselves better. And then in the last little while, got grace back with the audience instead of like just throwing out these random DEI fucking characters like Echo. Like nobody gives a shit about Echo, man. Like come on.
I mean,
let's
you
get a proper story.
There was a time when the MCU, it was like printing money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like every movie, it was like printing money. It was like they didn't even have to try, and they were getting paid.
Yeah.
And look where they are now.
It's actually embarrassing where they are now. It's so embarrassing. DL over on Rumble for $2 says there are no movies that are coming out that I'm even interested in seeing. I mean, it's not like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. It's definitely not. I don't even know. Like, do you mean like regular movies, DL, or do you mean like Marvel movies?
Probably movies in general.
Yeah, I think what you're saying is like movies in general, and I'm trying to think if there's like any movie that I'm even looking forward to. I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to watching The Housemaid, but I'm certainly not going to the theater for it.
I'm not watching that in the theater, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like there's no way I could convince my husband to go to that in the theater. He'll be like, "Look, I like Sydney Sweeney's titties and all that, but it's just not enough for me to go sit and spend this much time for 2 hours for a movie that could end up sucking." Like
especially because you see her titties like all day on your feeds. So I mean, it's like
yeah, like I mean, he's like, if I wanted to see Sydney Sweeney's titties, I'll just get you to pull up Instagram. Like
yeah,
I don't need to go to the theater for that. MK2, like, is that what Mortal Kombat 2? I don't know if I'm looking forward to.
I'm not
it,
looking
though.
forward
Like,
to Mortal Kombat 2. Are we talking next year or this year? Because like this year is a wash.
I think I don't know. I guess
Mortal
next
Kombat
year.
2 is next year. If we're talking next year, there are a few movies I'm looking forward to.
Well, I mean, next year is like a month away, Dante. Like we're talking 2026 because that's next year.
Okay, then yeah. I mean, Street Fighter, I'm definitely looking forward to that shit. So
okay, yeah, like okay, there we go. Street Fighter, I was impressed with the trailer. Did you see that, John? Did you see the?
No, I didn't.
It's going to be wacky as fuck, and I am all for it, man. Like,
it looks good. Like that is kind of very surprising to say, but this Street Fighter movie looked good. Like it looked like they all look like the characters. It looks campy. It looks crazy. It's got good like action, and I'm like, really, like, what else are you gonna ask for in terms of like a Street Fighter movie? Like I think they kind of nailed it.
Yeah. In a way that Mortal Kombat 2 does not nail it, because I saw that trailer too, and I'm just like, eh.
I have not seen the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer for that, but I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm excited about. I know this is gonna sound terrible, like, but I think the only thing I'm excited about in the foreseeable future is Stranger Things, and that's Netflix. Like,
There
I'm
you
like
go.
waiting for Stranger Things to end, and that's like a fucking Netflix thing. Like,
There
I'm
you
trying to
go.
think, what am I excited about? Like, other than Stranger Things?
Well, Nina, if you
I don't
haven't
even
seen
think.
Welcome to Derry, I highly recommend watching
I
that.
have not seen that only
Ooh, it's so good.
because I'm kind of like I've heard that a lot, but I'm kind of like on the fence because I'm like, I don't really give a shit about it, like the lore of like it, the prequel. Like I'm like, it is a
I
shitty.
get that, but I'm telling you right now, this show, on a quality level, I've not seen it. Like, this show had no right being as good as it is. And what's crazy about this show is it's a crossover between it and The Shining. So it's not just about Pennywise. Like, it's a lot, man. I was blown away by it.
Okay, you're like somebody like you're like the second or third person that's told me that, so I'll give it a try
Oh,
because
yeah. At least,
otherwise
you
I
know
was
what?
like,
Give it the
I
first
don't
3
really give a
episodes. Just,
fuck.
I'm telling you, it's wild.
I was more like, I just don't care. Like, I'm like that meme, John, you know, like that when that guy's like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I really I
Tommy
don't
Lee Jones
care.
from The Fugitive.
Yeah, the Tommy Lee Jones. I'm like, I don't care. Which, by the way, did you guys hear that? Like, they're trying to get Will Smith to come back for the new MIB.
Oh,
Really?
dear
Wow,
God.
man.
Let it
Come
die
on.
already.
Come on.
Yep. They're trying to get him to come back. They're saying, like, come do one more. And then
No.
Will's apparently said he's not coming back unless he sees a script and it's good. But
Good. I mean,
apparently that's what, so far, though, like, they're trying to convince him to come back.
I've been on this crusade lately. I'm like, we need to let franchises die. We need to let them die, man. Aliens,
agree.
Terminator, Predator. We don't need any more of those. We're good. We're so good.
Yeah, and
You know?
like James Cameron needs to just freaking finish up
Avatar, fuck
Avatar
all
and
that.
just call it a fucking day. Like,
Let's just be done.
I agree. Let's be done.
Because then you're entering into like Friday the 13th territory, right? Or Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, when you're on movie number 12, it's like,
yeah, it's like fucking Saw. Like Saw the franchise. Like, I'm sorry, but Saw did not have the right to have a franchise. Like,
No.
there's like that should have been a fucking movie,
I
one
mean-
and done. Call it a day.
If a movie keeps making money, though, they're going, if the money is there, if they believe that the money's there, they'll keep making these movies. They
John,
just
I know
will.
what you're saying, and I totally understand it from a
I
money-making
understand what
perspective.
you're saying too.
Yeah, I get it from a
like-
money-making perspective, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm actually like sick and tired of people like judging everything based on the money. Like, there's been so many times where I'm like, we're talking movies, like on online or whatever, and people are like, "Oh, this movie sucked because it didn't make enough money," and I'm like, "Did you actually watch the movie?" Because
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't
like
mean
a
anything.
movie
Yeah.
making money has zero bearing on it actually being good. There's plenty of movies that are fucking
flopped.
great and make no money at all.
Shawshank didn't do great in theaters. It's one of the greatest,
Exactly.
it's considered to be one of the greatest movies.
It is.
I
me.
always think that way. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who? Like, I don't understand who taught people to like think like this. That if a movie doesn't make money, then it's not good. And I'm
Well,
like, that's bullshit.
That
It's
attitude
such a-
came when YouTubers got into the space and started talking about box office numbers and
I
that kind
can't
of thing.
deal with that shit, Dante. It drives me nuts. I'm like, take your fucking box office numbers and shove them up your ass.
The
'Cause-
only time box office numbers matter to me is when a movie is very expensive and it's very bad. That's when it matters to me. 'Cause I'm
like
like, you spent
like
this much
all the
money on-
Marvel, like all the Marvel people.
pretty much, yeah. When you hear how much the Marvels cost, right? And then
Oh man, yeah. Like
They
I
were
guess like,
printing money and now they're burning it.
burning it.
they really are like the Eternals. Like, did anybody watch that movie? God,
You know
I,
what?
I
It's
didn't watch
like?
it.
It's like that scene in The Dark Knight when the Joker's pouring gasoline on that pile of money and then just lights it on fire.
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
basically what Disney did.
That literally is.
This city deserves a better class of filmmaker.
Oh my god, it's so crazy. Speaking of Netflix, though, we've been talking about Netflix for a bit. I did see this that Dante shared today. Netflix cancels gay military series Boots because the Pentagon called it woke garbage.
I thought it was a
Guys.
joke at first.
I I was like, what?
No,
the
show
fuck
the
is-
picture though.
Dude, I watched the trailer and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, go ahead, play the trailer.
Wait, you know what? Let's play the trailer because I think Netflix actually is okay with you playing the trailer, but we'll pause quite frequently so we can react. Has anyone seen this? Have you seen this, John?
I haven't even heard about it.
Boots, the gay military show, which has now been canceled. Okay, here we go, guys. Prepare yourselves. So this is like set in the 90s. I guess this is like kind of like the don't ask, don't tell days of the military. So you have this character, I guess, wanting to join the army who's clearly got canceled.
Who wants to watch this?
Inspired by a real manly story. What does that mean?
That has to be like a joke.
Does that mean it's like a true story, or is that like
No,
it's a real manly story?
It's
I don't know.
probably like one of those things where they've heard a bunch of different stories and then made a movie based on that.
This is
Bunch of
full
gay
Full
stories.
Metal Faggot.
Because notice it says inspired by.
I know. Damn, John.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That's funny.
I couldn't actually that would have been a better name.
Full Metal
I don't know if you might have to edit that out. I don't know the policy with you two. Now that I think about it, that might have been a little bit too.
Dude, I have a channel.
Oh
and I don't know the
God,
rules either, man. 'Cause I just say the wildest shit and
That's
we'll
all.
see what happens.
I couldn't get to that drums in time. Oh my God, man. The chat is loving it. That was good. That was good. It's true. But that woman was like a house. Did you
Yeah.
see the size of that woman? Holy shit.
There's probably gonna be a lot of like frontal male nudity, in the showers and.
There was a lot.
Michael, I hate that they use this song for this.
Yeah, I agree. So Netflix has canceled its gay military series Boots, which the Pentagon previously labeled as woke garbage, according to multiple reports. Boots followed the story of Cameron Cope. They have to name him Cope, like he's coping with being gay. That's crazy. Played by Miles Heiser, a gay teen from Louisiana who is bullied and finds new purpose and unexpected brotherhood with his motley team of fellow recruits, according to Netflix. The show, which premiered on October 9th, depicts Cope's experience joining the military in the 1990s under the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy, which barred openly gay, lesbian, or bisexual Americans from serving in the armed forces. The policy remained in place from 1993 to 2011. Deadline first reported the cancellation on Monday. Critics largely praised the series, Boots, earning 90% positive ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, with critics calling it a likable dramedy that explores masculinity and queerness to full effect.
Okay, whatever. Like,
What?
Who's this show? I guess the show's made for like 2% of whatever the gay population is. I don't know.
I guarantee you the critics who gave it a good review are probably the same ones that gave The Acolyte a good review too.
Oh my God. Wait, didn't you give The Acolyte a good review?
Me?
Yeah,
No.
you.
No,
not.
Andor probably.
Oh, that was Andor. That's
Andor
right.
was
not-
great. No, The Acolyte was fucking awful.
This trailer was difficult to watch. I couldn't even imagine like watching a
Like the
entire
full-
episode.
And it's Netflix, so there's going to be a lot of gratuitous frontal nudity.
Just look at this picture.
Oh,
I mean, it's
dear
clearly
God.
made for this show's clearly made for gay men. Like it's not
very
it's not
gay
made
men.
for anybody else.
Well,
But here's
maybe,
the thing. Here's the thing.
Maybe for Spike.
Netflix does have a gay section.
I'm teasing.
Like Netflix has a gay section, so I don't understand why they didn't just drop it on there.
Yeah, what? Yeah, like I mean, it's not. This is confusing. I actually think they might be bending the knee here because of the whole Pentagon thing. In October, Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson condemned Boots as a woke garbage in a statement to Entertainment Weekly. Wilson said that military officials will not compromise our standards to satisfy an ideological agenda, unlike Netflix, whose leadership consistently produces and feeds woke garbage to their audience and children. Under President Trump and Secretary Pete Hegseth, the U.S. military is getting back and to restoring warrior ethos. Our standards across the board are elite, uniform, and sex neutral because the weight of the rucksack or a human being does not care if you're a man, woman, gay, straight, Wilson added. Netflix and Pentagon did not immediately respond to comments. Okay, well, it does seem like the White House has some weight to flex on these things recently. I feel like I don't know if they wouldn't have canceled it if the Pentagon hadn't said anything. Do you guys think they would have canceled it? I don't, because
to be honest, I can't take that serious, right? Like the Pentagon has bigger shit to worry about, and they're worrying about like a show about gay.
Do they though, Dante? Do they?
I mean, you would hope, right? I would hope that our Pentagon has bigger shit to worry about.
Did you see what Trump did with the portraits of the presidents in the White House?
No.
You mean like the ones that they got hanging in that hall?
Yeah. So Joe Biden, he's
got the pen paper.
He's the auto pen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Trump now put summaries of their presidencies under those.
Oh, no. Okay.
And it's very clear that he wrote those summaries just by you can read them and you're like, that is definitely Trump. Here, I'll pull up.
Let's hear one. Dante, DL wants to know for $1.99. It's a pretty valid question. How do you know that Netflix has a gay section?
Because I have Netflix, and if you scroll down far enough, it'll say LGBTQ whatever. So
I will say this, Dante. I also have Netflix, and my Netflix does not have a gay section.
No, I mean, they do. Yeah,
they all do.
No, all these, yeah, HBO.
Yeah, they
maybe
all do.
not.
They all
maybe
have
where
one.
you're at. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe like okay. So in Mexico, we don't have that.
Oh, I mean, we're in the U.S. So we definitely have it
in
here.
the U.S. You have it. See, in Mexico, it's all the same. it's all.
But they also have a section just for black movies and black TV shows. So
you don't see this, Nita, on yours?
No.
Oh.
No. We have like their categories are like most viewed, top 10.
Yeah, we have all that, but then we have
popular.
categories.
I don't know, that kind of thing. Our categories are like genres, comedy, drama, like that, not gay. Like
I mean, we have that.
not a category.
But they also have the
thing. They don't have like a LGBTQ.
No, they
okay. They
only
do over
have,
here.
They do.
Yeah.
They only have like genres, like comedy, like whatever. Maybe I haven't paid attention. Maybe they do, and I just haven't paid attention.
Maybe you just don't scroll down far enough.
Maybe that's true.
That might be it.
Okay, so what is this?
Okay, so this is under the auto pen portrait of Biden. So here's Trump, and here's the Biden auto pen portrait. And now Trump has put under these. Look at this. It's in like it's like engraven in this.
Sleepy
But it's like
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden was like, you can tell Trump wrote this, or he gave diction, and somebody else was like, right. Sleepy Joe Biden was by far the worst president in American history. Taken office as a result of the most corrupt election ever seen in the United States, Biden oversaw a series of unprecedented disasters that brought our nation to the brink of destruction. His policies caused the highest inflation ever recorded, leading the U.S. dollar to lose more than 20%. Like, he basically takes the worst events of his Afghanistan disaster was among the most humiliating events in American history, and in the result of the murder of 13 brave American service
Where
members.
is the lie, though? I don't see any
It's
lies.
no lie. It's just kind of like, it's funny because you could totally tell that Trump wrote this. There's no ceremony or
Yeah.
and it's presented in this like gold engraven. It's just it's kind of odd. It's kind of funny. It's kind of weird.
Do you have one where he's written about someone he actually likes?
I don't know if he wrote the other presidents. He wrote one about Obama too, I believe.
Oh no!
I'm sure he did.
Oh, that's probably bad.
He-
Nicknamed both Sleepy and Crooked.
Joe Biden was dominated by his radical left handlers. I mean, this is savage. They and their allies in the fake news media attempted to cover up his severe mental decline and his unprecedented use of the auto pen following his humiliating debate loss to President Trump in the big June 2024 debate. He was forced to withdraw from his campaign for re-election. Disgrace. Biden weaponized law enforcement against his political opponent while also persecuting many other innocent people.
Wow.
He left office issuing blanket pardons to radical Democrat criminals and thugs, as well as members of the Biden crime family. But despite it all, President Trump would get reelected in a landslide and save America. It always comes back to him.
You know that this is going to be taken down in the next presidency. Like, there's no way anybody else is going to keep that up.
Unless it's JD Vance. I don't know if he would.
That's true, unless it's like somebody from his team.
Yeah.
But like, when a Democrat becomes president again, they're taking that shit down.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh no. I did see this and I was like, wow. Totally unrelated, but I was like, that's something. I haven't seen this guy in forever. Gary Busey had a Christmas message for everyone. Have you guys seen this?
You know what? I haven't, but I guarantee you it's going to be unhinged. I guarantee you.
Does he look hinged to you?
No, I mean, he hasn't looked hinged in a long time. That's my point. Like, Gary Busey is wild, man.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Here it is.
Hey, it's Gary Busey, and I have got a great Christmas present for you. Listen to this. Ah! Ah! That's what a goose sounds like when they're flying. They let you know they're up there. Ah! Ah! You get a bunch of geese together. Ah, ah, ah. They're honking in the air.
If I could find a strain of weed that would get me there.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I said, if I could find a strain of weed that can get me to that level, I swear there's no price I wouldn't pay.
Oh my God. I know. It's like what's he smoking? Holy
Can I get
shit.
a Busey blunt?
He
like, what would you call it? what would that strand be called?
It should be called Busey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the strain.
Oh my God. I haven't seen Busey in so long. And then I saw that today and I was like, is that guy okay? Like, what is going on?
Well, that's why you haven't seen him in so long.
Correct. I also did see this, which is holiday related, which I feel like we should go out on a somewhat lighter note because it's been a very heavy show today. And I wanted to share this, which apparently, I don't know why my screen is not working right now, but it's this thing, the famed Home Alone house, go away ads, famed Home Alone house being restored to look like it did when Kevin took on the Wet Bandits. Because I don't know if you guys saw, but this house was apparently like renovated to look modern and ugly. And now they're changing it back to the way because people have like freaked out.
I mean, just for the holidays, or
no, just I think generally speaking, this house won't be forgotten. It says the iconic Illinois home, featuring the 1990s holiday hit flick Home Alone, is heading back to the future with a makeover that restored the movie famed condition. ABC7 News reported. Let's see what they're saying. Well, let's go to this. Let's go to this news story. ABC News is 7. It's got you. Wait, are they going to show pictures?
Popular Christmas movies of all time. The holiday classic debuted 35 years ago. Now the iconic featured in the film is in the spotlight again. It underwent an interior renovation and was sold earlier this year. Now we're learning that it will be transformed back to the way it looked in 1990.
There it is. Look how ugly this is. My God.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's ugly. I mean,
It
I don't
just
know.
looks like
It's
it looks
just-
like every other house. It just looks like everything else. It's like a carbon copy of anybody else's home. I'm so like I'm just so not into this modern design that's like all gray and white.
Yeah, I'm not either.
It has no personality.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
The way it looked
but I
in
wouldn't call
1990.
it. I wouldn't call it. It's not like ugly though. It's just I think it'd probably be like bland or just
Yeah, it's bland.
minimal,
Soulless.
boring.
Minimal. That's a good minimalist. I like soulless. That's right. Has no soul.
When film audiences got to peek inside it for the first time. John Abenshine is the former owner of the Winnetka house. He has fond memories of the day spent filming the movie.
The interesting part is that after the shoots, the cast and crew just kind of hung around because they were away from home themselves, and the home became kind of a second home to them. So they became,
Aw.
what I describe as our movie family.
That's so
Abenshine says he and his
cute.
family stayed and watched while the movie was being shot. He has written a memoir all about it. And
then they cut out the story.
Hmm.
Cute. I'm glad that they're like renovating it back to how it was. Let's
35
look-
years ago, though. Wow.
Let's look at a photo from it. Home Alone.
That's depressing.
Yeah, I'm like, Home Alone is that old?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
getting
old.
old. Yeah, we're old. Oh, look how pretty it was. Hold on. Let me show it to you guys. Oh wait, that's not it. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the photo. The comparison photo. 2025 to 1990.
It just looks to me. It looks modernized. Like this is what you probably walk into if they're selling the house.
Yeah.
But because to me, I don't know. Now that aesthetic up there, I'm like, I don't. Yeah, teach their own. Teach their own.
Yeah.
It just feels like a little bit like it looks like everything else, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, the upstairs or the picture up there. It feels more cozy. It does feel more warm.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's
it
the
also
same thing.
feels- it feels
It's the same thing
dated.
with this because it's like, it's the wallpaper, I guess. Mind you, also, it's like in the movie, especially, like you have like different types of messes, like a lived-in mess, whereas in this looks like an Airbnb that's like ready to be
Sure.
rented.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Like it's not really like a house. There's no pictures here. Like there's no, I don't know. There's no personality.
Yeah.
This is definitely like the kitchen. You could totally tell because it's like it's so modern versus the old style, like with the old with the pots and pans hanging from the roof, the countertop, like it's so like vibrant and different versus like the now like just white marble background or whatever lighting. The lighting is totally different.
Yeah.
But obviously mainly the wallpaper. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Have you guys started watching Christmas movies yet?
Not yet.
I haven't.
I usually
watched a
wait. I
couple.
do the 5 days till Christmas kind of thing. So I start on the 20th.
Nice. I watched a couple. Like I watched the new one with Michelle Pfeiffer because I was like, "Ooh, there's a Michelle Pfeiffer Christmas movie. Like, let me watch this." And it was ridiculous, but I liked it because I like Michelle Pfeiffer. I liked what else did I watch that I like? Oh, I watched Man versus Bee and Man versus Baby. Have you guys well, I guess John wouldn't know because you don't have Netflix. But it's Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean.
Okay.
He does like this like he's done it a couple times now. There was one, the original one was called Man versus Bee, and it's really fucking funny. It's about this man versus bee. I get like I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna even get into it. But basically, like the premise is this guy works for a service that's like a house sitting service, and he goes to like basically house sit like a really high-end house, like for like super rich people that have like the kind of house that, you know, is like everything is automated and like just everything is so different than like a normal house that you would go into. So he's house sitting for this thing, and then a bee flies into the house, and then hilarity ensues. That's the first one. And then the second one is called Man versus Baby, and it's about a man, like it's the same character, but he's getting like he got caught up in a way that there's a baby involved, and it becomes Man versus Baby. And it's really, really cute. And that one, the Man versus Baby, is like a Christmas special. So it's like it's only 4 episodes, and it's on Netflix. And it's really good. It's very, very wholesome, funny, like just everything you want in terms of Christmas, you know, like it's a very good one. Spices, he saw Die Hard 2 last week. Die Hard is usually like Christmas night for us, like Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
for
Christmas
me,
Eve or
for
Christmas
sure.
Day for Die Hard.
Christmas Day for me is A Christmas Story.
Oh yeah. Did you see the second one, Dante?
No, I don't know why. Like, there's something like stopping me from watching it. Like, I feel like
It
it's
was
gonna
good.
ruin. Is it good?
It was good. Yeah, me and Script Doctor, we watched it and we did a review on it when it came out, and we were both pleasantly surprised.
Okay, because I was kind of afraid. I'm like, please don't ruin this movie for me.
They didn't ruin it. They didn't ruin it. And it's the guy, like the main guy did it. So, and he's like the dad now. He's grown up. And
Okay,
yeah, he
because
did it
I
justice.
love that movie.
It's great. Have you seen it, John?
Not 2. I saw the original, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, you guys should watch the second one. I
Yeah,
thought
I
they
don't
did a
know.
really good
I
job.
don't know. I just don't.
You just
Yeah.
don't want to do it?
Dude, the
You're like-
original, I used to be able to quote it word for word. Like, I love that movie so fucking much.
Yeah.
Ye-
Yeah, see,
yeah, that's
Lindsay's
just-
saying it was quite enjoyable. I liked it too.
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll watch
yeah.
it, but I'll have to probably like pop a few gummies before I do, just to, you know, just to take the edge off. You know?
It got 36% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's the audience. So,
ooh,
I liked it. That's crazy.
yeah, not so great.
Me and Script Doctor both liked it.
I'll give it a try.
Critics
wow,
also
really that
the
low?
3 critics that did see it gave it all Rotten Tomatoes as well. So,
Ouch.
yeah.
That's terrible. Wait, but do we care about Rotten Tomatoes now? I don't know.
Well,
really.
the
Audience score.
the audience score though, the audience score is 36%. So
That's crazy. Everyone I've talked to that's seen it has said it was good. All right.
They're
thought it was
part of
good.
the 36%.
Mind you, I will say, like, it's definitely not as memorable as the first one. I don't think it's like if I was to like watch, let's
There's
say
no
Christmas
way
Story,
it can be. Like the first one's a classic.
yeah. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's watch
like if
Christmas
somebody made
Story 1 and 2. You
Like
know?
it's like somebody made a modern day sequel to It's a Wonderful Life. It's like, get out of here.
No, yeah.
Or
I don't think it would
you know
work.
what I equated to? Like when they did like the sequel to Coming to America, right? Like 25 years later. It didn't have the same feel, you know?
Right. You can't.
Yeah.
That's what Hollywood is doing, though. It's just like all these remakes of, and all the funny thing is, like, imagine they do a Men in Black. What would it be, 4 or 5 at this point?
4,
like,
I think.
yeah, like Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, he's up there in age, and
I
man,
don't
just
think he's
about-
coming back.
yeah, you just think about all these actors, and they're coming. What's a recent movie where the actors just freaking old as heck, because of
Well, Coming to America, it's like they were all
yeah.
fucking old, man.
Like,
well, I mean, like there was the new Marvel one too, with Captain America with what's his name? Harrison Ford. I mean, he's old as shit.
Oh yeah, him playing like Han Solo again too, like
that, yeah.
Or in
Yeah.
Indiana Jones was worse.
See, that's how I feel is going to like is what's going to happen with the new Mummy remake. Like everyone's like, "Oh, we're so excited about Brendan Fraser and
I'm
Rachel
not.
like being like the Mummy," and I'm like, "Bro, they're like fucking, they're
They're
like in their
old
50s.
now,
They're
man.
old as
It's
shit.
not the same.
Like, what's gonna happen? Like they're
I'm
like
telling you.
the Mummy's chasing them, and they're gonna be like,
Yeah, like with their walkers, like what the fuck? Like how
SNL when they were making fun of Star Wars when they were talking about the new films coming out, and what they have like was like Luke Skywalker, and he had like a walker like that. It was, I mean, there is like we need new fresh ideas, new IP. I'm so tired.
That's why you guys should watch Man versus Bee and Man versus Baby. That's a new IP. I mean, mind you, it's like this same guy. Like it's Rowan Atkinson basically being like Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
But it's
So
still
there-
great. It's still funny though.
No, he's good. He is good at what he does. Like
It's
Mr.
still
Bean
very
is
funny.
classic.
Yeah,
Classic
and like
stuff.
in the setting that it is in this, it's also very funny. So like I just but then I go back to like you don't have to reinvent the wheel either, right? Like you don't have to remake things and like do sequels and stuff, but you can also do things that people will love. Like Rowan Atkinson knows everybody loves Mr. Bean, so it's like let me do a variation of that kind of
I
character.
think the only time like I'm okay with like a remake or a reboot is when it's from something so obscure that no one really saw it the first time. Right.
Hmm.
So like they kind of have room to play with it, right? Like, but taking every single damn thing and making it a reboot or a remake is like it's so uninspired. It's
Yeah.
garbage. Like Justine Bateman, like she's always posting make new shit because yes, please make new shit. Like again,
Yeah, I'm
we don't
sick
need
of
an
this.
eighth. We don't need an eighth Terminator movie.
Dude, didn't he came out? He actually came out and was like, "I'm not doing it." And then the chick was like, "I'm not doing another one." Like, we've done the stories to death. Like, I'm not doing the shit.
It's just again, Hollywood put themselves in this position, man. It's
They have. They're just ridiculous out there. But this has been a really pleasant conversation though. I love you guys. So thank you for being here. We've been going for like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 47
oh wow, I
minutes.
didn't even notice.
I know time flies. So let me say thank you to you, John, for another year, another wonderful year of Infinite Talk. It's been fun getting together at least once a month to like talk about stuff. So thank you for making it happen.
Oh, of
And
course.
I look forward to like more of it if you're down in 2026.
Let's do it.
Awesome times. And Dante, of course, you and I have been teaming up every Wednesday for a while, and hopefully maybe even next Wednesday we'll hang out. It will be Christmas Eve. Yeah, but we'll maybe we can make that happen. We'll make a fun Christmassy show. We won't talk about murder.
You know what? I'll even wear a Christmas sweater, like an ugly Christmas sweater.
Yes,
I'll have my
do
loaded
it.
eggnog. Like yeah, let's
Oh
do
my
it.
God, do it. And then John, I'll send you the link if you feel like hopping on, you can. Obviously you'll probably be with family, but if you want to, you are more than welcome to join us. We'll have a gay old time, but not the kind that
Not the
Netflix
boobs
has a
kind.
category.
Not the boots gay.
Exactly. The Flintstones gay, like we'll have a gay old time. So before we go though, Dante, please tell everyone where they can find you and what you got coming up next.
Yes, guys, tomorrow, VRL back 6 p.m. PST. So be there. I'll be talking about a wide range of shit and trying not to get struck or banned, which is kind of like my weekly struggle with YouTube. You can always catch me with Yellow Flash and the guys too on Flashcast Saturday nights. So most likely I will be there unless something insane happens. That's it.
Awesome. That's it.
Cool.
Well, actually, I forgot what I was gonna say. John, tell everyone what's going on and what you got coming up.
I will continue to be making content on John Talks 2. And yeah, I'm gonna try to get my entertainment channel rolling as well in
Nice.
2026. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But for the time being, John Talks 2 is where where I'm putting out content currently. So
Sweet. All of his links are in the description. I got all of his channels there as well as Dante's. So make sure you guys go check that out. I am in the process of putting in who we're going to be rating, which is going to be that Star Wars girl. So if you guys are into what's going on, she is interviewing Star Wars Theory. So if you're into Star Wars, we're going to rate that Star Wars girl after this. Let her know. Nina Infinity Raid or Nina Raid, whatever you want to say, as you go there and tell her I say hello. And as for me, you can find me here on YouTube on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, where I talk about good things. And also tomorrow, actually, I will be hanging out tomorrow with Cecil on his afternoon Cope show. I think at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Thursday. So so come and check me out there on Cecil channel, Cecil Says, and then Friday I'm doing the good news thing over here. And yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. So come and hang out. Thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a like and a comment before you leave, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Happy New Year. If we don't see you, bye.
Take care.